Okay. Do you want me to go straight into the log?
Yeah, just jump right in.
Commander's log, stardate 54155.5. The Kismet remains in orbit over the sacred Klingon world of Bereth, awaiting contact with Bakara of Halstel Pok. The Kismet has sent 2 teams down to the planet, one containing the captains and the other containing the senior staff. The captains have yet to return from their objective, which is concerning. What is more of a headache is that the second team, which is sent to investigate a crashed Federation vessel, has returned with Klingon casualties / prisoners yet to be determined. This is not going to help us in any way, shape or form, as we had to open dialogue with Bakara. It leaves us with a lot more questions than when we started. End log.
I'm sure we've only ever helped the situation.
Yeah, I forgot we had casualties and.
What do you mean you forgot?
So.
Yeah.
We also stopped the ship blowing up and got information from it, so there's that.
I know. I did a good job.
Yeah. I don't know which one of you two's job that is to look through, but probably both of you, honestly.
Yeah, we're nerds. We do that.
Yeah, looking for information. Myth do that pretty well. And quickly.
Nerds.
Yeah, all day, all night.
So, you're able to 3 Klingons back up to the Kismet.
Which is definitely a good idea. Nothing will go wrong with that.
I mean, leaving them out in the fucking snow is also a terrible idea.
I mean, they will be preserved.
What?
No, never mind.
He's not
Sorry.
wrong.
They will not decay as fast. That's what I meant.
How is that an upside in any way?
I guess it's not. But yeah.
So, one imagine you meet up with Commander Pend in a conference room on the upper decks.
Yeah.
Send the Klingons to the brig, I guess.
No, they're going directly to mid. Yeah.
Oh, that also works.
Because they're shot to shit.
Yeah. I seem to recall one of them being described as shot in the forehead.
Yeah.
This was a stun blast, though, right? That's
Yeah,
fine.
they have thick forehead. It's fine.
They're just
That's
thick
true.
in general, really.
Dummy. Yeah.
God.
I decided not to go there.
Well, I have less self-control than you. Obviously. All right.
So, the 4 of you are in a conference. One of you looking far fresher than the other since he wasn't on a planet.
I mean, I think Myth still looks pretty right.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably smell and whatever, a light spur or whatever on your shirt.
Where your blood come from?
Well,
There was a targ I may have
mass-
climbed over.
Oh,
Yeah.
but the target wasn't blooded, was it?
Well, I mean, it was shot with.
It was after it got shot with disruptors.
Oh, that's right. They get shot with disruptors.
Yeah, and disruptor shots
Yeah.
bleed. Either way, am I the first to talk? Because I suppose mission
It's not
success.
Myth.
I think Pen's tied up in something at the moment.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just the three of you in the conference room at the moment as finally gotten yourselves together.
Yeah. 2,000 ping. Jeeves.
Yeah, that's a lot of ping.
That's a lot of ping.
You've gotten the three of you have gotten reports that the three Klingons are mostly fine. One of them seems to have some complications in his neurons in his brain since he had such a direct shock to the system.
Yeah.
Because he's a Klingon, that's why he's not dead, but he's kind of his brain's a bit scrambled right now. So the medical staff are kind of the other two. They just have to keep an eye on to make sure nothing gets worse. They're going to be okay. This one is kind of really scrambled, and they're kind of focusing all their attention on just keeping him from dying.
That's cool.
Oh.
So they're not dead at least, and
No.
that's good. And we can solve a diplomatic situation with
And
live
Efrix
Klingons.
will potentially try to show up to do medical stuff, but she's still feeling under the weather.
Nice.
All right.
It's not nice that she's sick, but it's nice that she cares about it.
She's a doctor, she can fix it.
Doctor, heal thyself.
What have I walked on into?
Dummy thick Klingon jokes.
So we're
Mostly.
the three of us are sitting in the conference room, making puns and talking about the Klingons' general health. And
The Klingons were trying to sneak, but their ridges were dummy thick, and the clap kept alerting the gods.
This is what happens when you only have the lieutenants.
the clap of their dummy thick foreheads.
So yeah, you walk in on this mess.
Three lieutenants being casually racist against Klingons.
Okay, Curly,
Seems
Larry,
altogether
Mo.
inappropriate.
Curly, Larry, and Mo, shut up. Report what you found.
The Crash Federation ship was being used as a partially constructed base by Klingons belonging to House something. GM?
Telpak?
Tilvok.
Telpak, yes.
Tilpak, cool. To House Tilpak, according to our investigation. When we attempted to breach the starship, we were attacked by both a overgrown Targ and 3 Klingons. The Klingons we were able to apprehend.
We did attempt
Although I'm not
dialogue, we
certain
didn't
we
just
have-
shoot.
I'm not certain that we have jurisdiction to apprehend them.
No, you don't.
Is it Federation ship, Federation property still?
On a Klingon planet.
Yeah, their
Alright.
laws apply.
I don't know how that works to down ships, actually.
I mean, it's property, but is it really property because it's the Federation and it's a civilian ship? It doesn't fall under Starfleet.
And if we lift them,
Either way.
die.
Jeebus.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that was quite a static.
Yeah.
Just I'll say I'll do that one.
Reason con. I'll get on that because I've been in situations like this before.
And if we lift them down there, they would die. That's what I tried to say if it came across as
Oh
static.
man.
Yeah, I think those
Can I
two
make that
crits
roll too?
managed it.
Wow. Okay.
Could I make that roll too to add to like
You could assist. You could
I
chime
could
in.
assist,
Yeah,
to get some
I think you're gonna need it for some reason.
Oh,
I wonder
I
why.
like that.
Can I add lead by example because I've been in ship and crash situations before and legality issues?
I'll give it to you. Yeah,
Fair.
you've been processed in a similar way.
Oh, I haven't been through this exact situation before. Never on Klingon
Of a
homeworlds.
ship that's been crashed for, 100 years?
On
Yeah,
a
something
on
like
a
that.
Klingon holy planet. No, I don't think you've covered that one.
No, not yet. I'm sure it will be added to the
New experiences, new horizons, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you're experiencing it right now.
Next thing we're gonna expect on firing squad.
So, you found a ship, fought Klingons, knocked them out, brought them back, and you obtained information, correct?
Correct,
Yeah.
Commander.
Do you have any idea what this information is, or am I going to have to try and talk my way out of this when Bakara gets here, eventually?
I'm gonna look up what information we actually got. Is it on
We
our
haven't
tricorder,
sifted through
perhaps?
the information yet, Commander. However, that process should not take terribly long.
And it was something worth blowing up the entire base for, so
Yeah. Or they felt like that. We disagreed.
we did manage to stop it blowing up. You don't need to worry about surface damage to the planet as well.
Aran just waves, taking the blame for stopping the thing.
Taking the blame for stopping an explosion, yeah.
Well, he's not sure.
So, if I remember correctly, if the Klingons haven't laid claim to the salvage, the ship, we would have a claim to it, but that's something I'm going to need someone to look into. For now, Myth, Aran, I would like you to sift through as much of that data as possible to give me anything advantageous for this meeting, please.
Understood,
Got it,
Commander.
sir.
Mr. Varda, could you send some security down to Medbay and make sure if our Klingon friends wake up, they don't cause any ruckus?
They should already be there. Do you want me to make the brig ready, or are we getting quarters for them and then putting guards in the hallway?
Let's be
Hopefully we're getting
hospitable.
quarters for them.
Yes, let's be hospitable. Let's make sure they're under guard in quarters.
Alright, I'll see to that, sir.
So, if anyone hasn't got anything else to add to this shit show I'm now having to deal with, you're dismissed.
Well, actually, we got some nice pictures of the landscape. If you'd like to review them.
Have you got them on a data pad?
I'll have them to you within the hour after I've sifted through the information.
Fantastic. When you hand them to me, run and duck.
Run and duck. Yes, sir.
Okay, dismissed.
Dare I thought I was funny.
You're the only one.
Well,
Yeah.
Perhaps now is not the time for humor.
Pend is concerned he has to do negotiations.
Mr. Varder, I'm going to ask you for a presence plus security or con roll, difficulty 1, to make sure the proper arrangements have been made.
You know, when it's a choice between security and con, I gotta say that's a tough one.
You know, you really are a pilot at heart.
And because you have diplomatic suites, the ship can assist you with computers plus command.
I'm on it.
Yep. I don't think lead by example comes to that, even if I suggested.
If you're doing it personally, making sure they're being attended to, just means you're tied up doing it.
I mean, he shot them. He probably should personally see to therapy. That makes sense, you know. Complication because mental task. Yeah. Gotta love this.
I get 2 momentum.
Nice.
Somebody
Okay,
rolled
there you
ass
go, guys.
kismet.
Oh yeah, someone. Oh, yeah, someone rolled this kismet. All right. Either way, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We're at 5 momentum.
2 momentum, fellows.
You are able to make arrangements for when the two are for the two of the Klingons to be moved into quarters. Are you moving them into the same diplomatic suite or into separate suites?
I'd leave it up to the security chief. Personally, I'd have them separate, but it's completely up to him.
And we're not going to stop them talking to each other either way. So, what ranks are they, or equivalent ranks are they? Can we tell?
They're Klingon warriors.
Okay, I was just checking if one of them was like a higher than the other. I should probably put them in different ones then. There you
Ooh.
go.
You could roll Insight plus Con difficulty 2, and you might be able to guess. Or you could try to Presence Con, try to ask them. On the plus side, the ship helps you both ways because, again, it's a diplomacy thing you're doing. There's an
Yeah.
assumption that there's some staff dedicated to dealing with this sort of problem.
Presence con's an 11, insight con's a 10.
We need
The
to get you some
security
intimidation
chief.
there. You need to be more intimidating.
Yeah, I'll just ask them. Actually, that's probably the more appropriate barter thing to do, anyways.
Could we get an advantage on the question, considering we could offer them blood wine as guests, quote unquote?
If you're willing to burn 2 momentum, sure.
Sure, so we're down to 3.
I definitely do not have a focus in asking Klingons what their rank is. Complication range is still 2. Task roll. Fuck it, might as well throw a momentum at it because I can, and that's probably a decent idea. Because if we get these guys acting nice, then it could be smoother for us, and I think Pen will appreciate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Nice.
Thank God.
And that's still assisted by the ship.
Damn.
The ship is a failure.
They don't like the accommodations.
Should I use my metal to squash that?
Oh.
You
That's,
gained 1 momentum so far. You're sitting at 4.
I take that's entirely your call to make.
I think we do squash. It's just whether we want to use some of the momentum we have or use your ability there.
I'm perfectly willing to use my metal here, so we'll do that. Because
Okay,
then
sure.
the other momentum goes for all of you as well.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you to or not to do anything. It's entirely your character's choice.
So,
I mean, it's
which
like-
medal is that again? Oh, Legion of Honor.
Legion of Honor, yep. Which is 2 for momentum or quash a complication.
Cool. I should open my STA books.
Which is, I believe, once per thing.
There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
They're all preloaded.
I think all medals are once per mission, per session.
Generally. But yes, you're able to determine that one of the Klingons is. They're not strictly by rank, one over the other, but the one with the red neckerchief, as it were, or the red armor at his neck, is senior to the one with the yellow around his neck. As you kind of can tell as you're talking to them, the computer's no help. It gives you a suggestion of what the Klingon, what that was like 20 years ago, since someone didn't update the diplomatic database recently. Last that base, that's annoying. But you're able to discern that, yeah, one's more senior to the other through their Byzantine ways. And actually, the one in Medbay is the lowest rank out of all of them. So this guy's actually the leader, the one in red.
We'll split them up and tell them that they're welcome to go and see each other still, but, congratulations, your rank gets you privilege. It's
As it
not
should
that
be.
bad. Is he the one I punched or the one I shot?
In the heat of the moment, you're not entirely sure.
You can ask him.
It's very cold.
In fact, no, I shot this one, so it's either I punched one of these ones out and the other one got shot by Dreth.
This one was the one that was at the controls trying to blow it up.
Okay, he got shot by Dreth. Got it.
It is
If
good
need
of you
anything,
to
it's-
recognize
Go
my superiority.
I know you've done something to earn it.
Kind of walks right up in your face, kind of gives you an eye.
Just gonna return that.
Huh. And he kind of just walks off and walks into his quarters. The other one just kind of watches him do that, shrugs, and goes into his quarters.
Fricks. Alright, well, glad that's sorted.
Myth, what are you up to?
I'm working on deciphering data.
And Aron was helping with that.
Yeah, I'm mostly rifling through pictures, but yeah.
We'll do a quick extended task here.
Mhm.
We're going to call this about that magnitude. Not too high. Resistance, because they coded it a bit.
Well,
Work track, we're going to say it's about that. It's not that hard.
all right.
Oh, and it'd be control science or control security.
All
I
right.
have a 13.
15.
Well, I'm assisting. Reverse engineering.
I'll give it to you at increased complication.
Then
Research.
infiltration.
Infiltration, I'll give you. Research, I'll give you.
All right.
I'm assisting.
And equal 3, mag 3. I'll spend 1 for an extra die.
I'd like a separate roll later for if I can find something interesting in.
Very
in the-
good.
Aw, man.
Not as good.
Aron, stop rolling.
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
2 momentum was gained, so I imagine you're burning that to kill them.
Yeah.
thanks.
Does the ship
Sorry.
help?
Oh.
The ship would help, actually. Computers plus science.
I'll roll this one.
Alright.
Stay away from the ship sheet.
I'm rolling badly today. I'm sorry.
Watch Pen now roll a crit. Oh,
Hmm.
Good God. So 1 momentum gained there. Roll for me. 7 challenge dice there, Myth.
All right. Pretty good.
wow.
That's very good.
1,
Pretty
2,
good.
3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of that gets eaten. Turns into
Yep.
that looks like 4 work to me.
Yeah, let's spend 1 for a bonus work. For 1 more work done.
Okay.
Or do we want to spend that 1 for... Actually, we should spend it for piercing.
Yeah, that'll give us 6 total.
Yeah.
6 of 8 work. 1 breakthrough. Can't spell breakthrough. One breakthrough you have is that the code system that these Klingons were using for their system seems to be it's not like the top secret, high command code clearance, but it is a code. It's a code that current security forces would use. So it's fairly difficult to break through, but with enough time and having access to the data yourselves, and you're not under fire, it's easy. It's just a matter of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But during this, Aran, someone from the command assistant staff, one of the yeomen, walks up to you.
Mhm.
Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Yes.
There's a priority 3 message for you from Starfish 21. It's regarding
Oh.
your request for information.
Excuse me, Myth. I'll take it in the conference room, please.
Right away, sir.
And I walk into the conference room.
Meanwhile, what is Pend up to?
Pend is doing two things. One is working with the diplomatic staff to set up a meeting, or making sure everything's set up for the Klingons when they arrive, such as customs, drinks, anything that will help. Just help. And the second is... Sorry, let's do the first.
Controller presence plus con difficulty 2 to set up to have it all set up in advance, creating that advantage. The ship can help you with, in this case, it helps you with through structure command.
So I can either roll a 17 or a 15. I think I'll roll the 17.
Who our structure command is not great.
No, it's con, isn't it? Never mind. I'll just roll, because I'm going to spend 1 momentum.
All right. 2.
Gain a momentum so
Assisted
far.
by structure command. I need to stop rolling assists.
So we're technically back up to 3.
Same.
We'll spend 2 to squash it.
So you're down to 1.
Yeah, so we're down to 1.
Have we rolled more assists as 20s than anything else?
Speak for yourselves.
I mean, as a total.
But yeah, Pend, as you
there's
make the
been
arrangements,
320s assists.
as you make arrangements for the delegation, it appears that the starbase, when you guys stocked up, and they kind of knew you were heading out this way anyway, so the idea was to have blood wine in supply, just in case you needed it. You know, another food like and so on. Unfortunately, they loaded you up with 2 grubs and what appears to be some sort of earwax and what appear to be trimmers of small hairs. They gave you the wrong supplies. But thankfully, you're able to go, well, you checked ahead of time before some yeoman told you, yeah, we have stuff that'll help with diplomatic issues. Like, this is for Ferengi, not Klingon. We're not using these. Replicate me new things.
Fantastic. I'll also put some of Pend's special jet fuel out, so I can try and convince him to have a actual drink. No, but the second thing was I'm going to try and get as much information I can on Bakara, so to try and give me some form of advantage going into this blind.
Reason con. Yeah. Reason con or command, actually. Difficulty 2. And the ship can assist via computer's command.
I'll give you 1 threat so I can re-roll.
Sure.
I'll be doing reason command.
Well, there's 1 momentum so far. Come on, Chip, give me another.
I'm going to re-roll the 0 first.
Come on. I believe in you, Chip.
Nice.
I'll roll the ship. What's the
Alright.
ship rolling?
Computer's command. Just gonna check. Okay, it's not.
Yeah, I'll just roll for the ship, guys.
Yeah, you roll for the ship this session. I appear to have bad luck.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Come on, Chip. I believe in you.
It's already rolled. I rolled a 1.
Come on, Chip. It can't be right because I rolled a 1. But no. So yeah, you gained 4 momentum out of that. You can determine that she is of a noble family and a house of standing. Her house doesn't hold a seat on the High Council, but she is influential in the lower councils. And her house is distantly related to various houses across the empire. And she herself has made nothing big, no major reforms or major glories, but from the records from what you read, she's connected. And she seems to be sympathetic with any efforts to be more close with the Federation, especially given the contributions the Federation gave during the war.
Okay, that at least gives me 2 or 3 possible avenues while in negotiations. So, yay!
Yay.
I'm not completely blind.
Mr. Iran,
Yes, sir.
you're seated in a conference room. Well, actually, probably standing before one of the screens in the conference room because
He's
the bigger
standing
screens
at
are better.
attention.
And appearing before you is a Vulcan in rather fine robes. On a glance, you might guess some government official or some kind or another. He looks vaguely familiar, but you know.
Good day, sir.
Lieutenant Iran, I presume.
That's correct, sir.
You are unlikely to recall, since you were quite young. But you and I have met before.
Would you mind refreshing my memory, sir?
I am Ambassador to Kaf.
Ah, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. How's the
As I
ship?
said, it is fine.
Good. It's one of the better ships I've flown, and I apologize. to
God, I
this
was
day.
right.
I have heard that you are inquiring into your advancement prospects.
Yes, sir.
Now, there are certain committees that I sit on in my capacity as an official within the Vulcan government. And I saw then in you a certain set of skills that cultivated would reap many benefits for the Federation. Thus, your advancement was curtailed to give you enough time to ferment.
I'm not sure I follow, sir.
I'm certain you do not. Lieutenant, you have two choices. As you've made enough friends, garnered enough prestige, as it were, I believe now is a time for you to choose whether or not you wish to advance in your career or you wish to resign.
Why would I wish to resign, sir?
Because you are about to be offered a mission that perhaps may offend your sensibilities, may offend your ethics. However, is in the best interest of Starfleet, is in the best interest of the Federation. I am not compelling you to take this mission. It would be wrong of me to do so. I am offering you the choice.
Might I inquire about this mission before I accept or decline?
You will be asked to transport cargo sight unseen to a location. At the location, you are to leave the cargo and return to your ship. You are to procure a shuttle under your own power. You are to fly this shuttle without authorization, beyond the mission, of course, and to deliver without incident. Further details are irrelevant if you refuse.
Of course. Except for one detail. Is this a pickup mission or I'm bringing something from this ship to you? Or to
Something
the-
from the ship is going to be brought somewhere.
Hmm.
I foresaw that you were able to ask questions of people who genuinely wouldn't have much business talking to you. As I said, you have garnered some prestige. So if you were to get in trouble for this act, the worst that would happen to you is a discommendation. But given the success of the mission, I believe certain members of Starfleet Command could be persuaded to lift your limiters.
And if I weren't to take the mission, what then?
If you were not,
Yes.
well, the limiter would stay. I would recall certain details of events that could implicate your parents in the crime. You yourself would not be punished. Double jeopardy is a cornerstone of Federation justice, but your parents were not charged. Your caretakers were not charged, and they could be looked into. And of course, that could lead to you wishing to do something about it. And the price of that, of me withdrawing my complaint, of course, would be your resignation. Of course, you could simply keep your commission and your parents could pay your price. The choice is ultimately yours.
It's a Hobson's choice, sir.
You're well read.
Well, I had a lot of time on my hands while not studying for command.
Indeed.
Consider it done. Send me the details.
You see what looks to be a subspace frequency pop up on the screen. I would commit that to memory. You're going to be receiving a message on it on your personal console within the cycle.
It is done.
Good day, Lieutenant. And he blinks away, and you can see the Federation logo.
And Aran's gonna break a panel with his hand. Old
At least use
habits
the
die
engineer.
hard, don't they? Old habits die hard.
It's a good thing at the engineer you can fix that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back, of course.
Immediately breaks it, realizes, oh, wait, I'm the guy that fixes stuff like that. Dang it.
Well, how do you think I got this job?
So where does Orion go from there?
Aran's gonna ask to be relieved for a while and go for lunch and potentially read up on the Kismet security systems.
Give me reason plus security, difficulty of 2. Assisted by ship's computers plus security. Ship has no
Cool.
reason to stop you from looking stuff up.
Aron, you can roll this yourself.
No offend. You've said it. You're gonna roll it.
I mean, I could roll.
The
It's an
question
automatic
is, do I use infiltration, reverse engineering, or small crafts with this? Either way, I'm thinking infiltration will be fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'd like to use a momentum, if I may, or a few to gain an extra die.
You can have a threat for a moment for an extra die.
That's fair.
I
You don't want to spend any momentum?
I
There
think
you
it'd be
go.
inappropriate for him to use momentum.
Yeah.
Well, if I may, I'm gonna use momentum to gain an extra die as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh no,
I'll
I
roll.
spent one threat instead of you spending one momentum. I spent one threat, so you'd get one,
That's fair.
implying that you're doing something that's against the ship's
Oh,
interest.
you mean like that? That's fair. That's fair. That's cool.
Fair.
Cool.
This is the third ship I've done this on.
Hmm.
You shady motherfucker.
Ah, yes, another notch on my belt.
The question is, does procedural compliance help with this? My talent.
You could probably spend for it to give yourself an advantage. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I think
do
it's
that.
1 or 2. I forget.
I'm not sure. I think it's.
Yeah, go ahead. Spend as much as his threat as you can.
It's not like I'm getting it back or anything.
Well, fuck. This is why I want these books on my computer and not in my hands.
What's the ship rolling?
Computers plus security.
Okay.
You could have myth roll that one.
Yeah, Myth, do you want to roll that with your bad rolls?
Sure, I'll roll Kismet.
This one.
If you roll a 2 now, I'm going to be so disappointed.
I swear.
Crit
Yeah.
success. Yeah.
That's just when we space them.
Don't space me, please.
I was meaning myth, but you know,
Let's see,
You know
Kismet.
that.
No.
Please space me. All right.
it was close. It was a 17.
Where
was-
the, where the
There it
heck
is.
am
By spending 2 momentum to create an advantage, you may reroll 1d20 during the next engineering task.
I? I'm gonna do that.
So 1, 2. So it's 1 less. It's actually difficulty 1 now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll 3 dice then, and rolling. Yeah.
So, and the ship rolled Bufkus, but I get 2 threat.
Right. So my successes give you threat. I'm a rogue agent. La di da.
Ah,
So I'm I suppose that I will plan this as I've done before so many times. But this time a little bit more meticulously because I know what I'm doing currently. Yeah. You know, waiting for guard rotations and maybe distracting someone. You know, your average stuff. Going in for maintenance.
which of the shuttles do you plot to thieve?
Let's see here. Who's the fastest and who has the best carrying capacity? And I'm not going to take the runabout, even though I want to.
We don't have a runabout.
Now, isn't there a runabout that the other captain has?
Oh, is
No.
there? Not sure.
Okay,
The Willistok is the one that brought her in, but it left.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I thought it was still here.
You don't have the capacity to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'd have to get bigger hangar beds for that.
It could be docked on the outside. It's fine. Engine 7 has weapons as well. Engine 6, no weapons. That's out of the question. Atwood. Is that wood still a little bit broken? Has a dot on its engines. Phase back escalation. Photon torpedoes.
Oh, that shouldn't be like that anymore. There you
Improved impulse drive. And how is this compared to Neruda? Rugged design.
I'll give you some time to think on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute my microphone for a while.
As you plot.
Varder, what are you up to? You've gotten your Klingons stowed away, who weren't very resistant. They just they didn't seem all that angry that you attacked them. They seem pleased that they're here.
Don't like that.
That is unfortunate. There's also Efrix here.
Oh, Efrix, you good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Goodness.
Oof.
Well, I'm gonna get you threat because you're a player that's present. But you have a dying Klingon in your medbay.
Yeah, I've been informed.
Oh my God.
Fun.
Whoops, no, too big.
You sound like he feels.
My voice decided to fuck off today, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. You have a big speech that's coming up this episode.
Right.
But yes, you have apparently the crew brought in 3 injured Klingons, 2 of which were okay. They just needed some bed rest, and eventually Klingons, they got up and were able to walk around not that long after. They've been not confined. They've been offered diplomatic suites. However, one of them got struck right in the forehead with a stun blast, and he has some neural damage, and he hasn't woken up. Your medical staff have been scrambling just to keep him from just going brain dead on them, and they're not really sure how to fix that problem.
Have we got like decent scans of his brain already to work with?
Not quite. It's been a lot of scrambling around and just
Okay. Because we can't repair what we don't know what is wrong, so that would be the first step, I would think.
You can give me a reason, pardon me, a reason plus medicine, difficulty 1 since you have your staff around with you and the like.
Okay.
Assisted by ship's sensors plus medicine.
Okay. Xenobiology
Yes.
/ emergency medicine. And I'm going to spend momentum for cautious.
Nice.
Okay, well, we really need to stop freaking. If we succeed, just don't have the medbay roll, guys.
The ship is haunted today.
Yeah, it doesn't like us.
It's Iran. Iran's in the ship.
Wow.
No, the ship misses her captain.
Aww.
I'm sure we can cancel that out with the successes.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure.
Yeah, you get a good scan of him, and yeah, it looks like he was hit with a mid to high range stun blast, and it just struck him in the head. And there's a few of his neurons fried. He's probably forgotten his first Targ hunt. And it just looks like his what's the reason why the doctors are struggling is because their efforts to heal him are actually being countered by his own immune system. It's fighting him back, and confounding them. So short of like brain surgery, he ain't coming out of that unless you induce a coma, and then everything just goes to a crawl.
If we medically induce a coma, can we then repair the damage?
You kind of need him awake to fix it. 'Cause you need to see what neurons are firing. If you comatose him, he has to stay that way until you get to. That's the option if you're trying to get him.
Okay.
You're just holding him until you get him to a medical facility elsewhere.
Okay. So our options are to medically induce a coma, to basically put him on ice until we can get him somewhere for specialized care, or we can try and operate now.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Surgery is my best thing, for sure.
what I'd say is we could spend a crew support to use Dr. Vimeth as an advantage in that.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Because if we spend that as an advantage, then we could like potentially either lower difficulty or do something else that would make the surgery itself easier, because she is both a surgeon and has a focus in neurology. And team dynamics.
Yes, she's very good at her job.
So the base difficulty right now is difficulty 4, complication 2. It's a controlled
Oof.
medicine roll.
Oof.
Oof. I mean, still a pretty good roll.
It's 14 for me. You know, the sad thing is, pretty sure I used to have a 10 in control, and I moved it down so that I could bring my daring up to 9, because I was told daring is what you use when you're having to perform surgery.
In the field.
Cool. It doesn't matter. It'd be the same either way.
Ah, I see how it is.
Right now.
So what advantages are you bringing into play, if any?
I think I'd like to send, if everybody's okay, spending crew support to have
Yeah,
our
that's good.
our surgeon,
Yeah.
our neurosurgeon in the room with me. Brain surgery.
Or comp 1. Either way. You can bring the difficulty down by 1 or the complication by 1.
Oh gosh.
Question, GM.
Mm-hmm.
Are we only allowed to use one crew support, or are we allowed to use multiple crew support for the same role?
You can only use one. The presumption is that her, with her medical staff trait, that's kind of covering people, making sure she can even do the surgery safely.
Right, okay. No, the reason why I was asking, because we've also got the EMH.
I thought we did. Oh wait, no, we brought him back because I was gone.
We have the EMH mostly for the shipboard hollow emitters, actually.
The EMH could roll to assist, but he wouldn't act as an advantage because he doesn't cost
Yeah.
you support
Right.
anyway.
So I think we can have the EMH assisting and then use the meth to bring down the complication,
I think-
actually.
Like a
But then we
consulting
have
neurosurgeon.
We have momentum that we can spend on extra dice.
Yeah, that's true.
Do all of our medical personnel have a 14 in control medicine?
I think so.
Listen, that's not really.
All of them do.
Even the con medicine has 14 in control medicine.
Are you looking to bring down the difficulty by 1 or the complication by 1 with your neurosurgeon?
I think we
That is-
bring down the complication.
I think the complication.
Okay.
And then you can spend however many momentum.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could burn a determination at the head of it.
Or you can do that.
Yeah.
But we have 4 right now, so you could spend 3
Yeah.
and roll 4.
Yeah.
And you're already getting cautious medicine on that as well.
Yep.
And an assist, so that you're getting plenty
Yeah,
of
an
chances.
assist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you should be good to save the determination, unless you want to use it. In which case, feel free, because that does have its
I
advantages.
might. Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Nah. I may save it just in case something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, burning to roll 4.
Oh, what value?
Using the mats to bring the complication down.
Oh, you're burning to momentum. I get it.
Yeah. Do xenobiology or emergency medicine?
Or xenoimmunology, since that's what's causing the problem, maybe?
It's not a disease, though.
Right, but like his immune system was why you had.
Oh, that's true. You're correct.
You have xenoimmunology?
Yeah.
Yeah. That apply. That I was gonna give you complication for the other one. That hits it on the head. Well, that or surgery. So
Yeah. With her focuses being in genetics and infectious diseases, I always give her xenoimmunology too. 'Cause that's how you combat those things.
it's true.
Yeah. Here we go.
All complications. That's the wrong thing you rolled. You do it again.
Oops.
the
Wait.
EMH. No, you rolled it right. Don't worry.
He's just saying you didn't roll complications.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, no, I clicked the right things.
The EMH.
I'm
has
not
zero.
Dayquil. You can't do this to me. Jim.
Oh, come on, Chip. You were on my side.
That was the
Why?
EMH.
That was the NH.
What's
Well,
the
that's
ship
why.
rolling?
Let's
Ship
find
would
out
be
what the
rolling
ship-
something.
It's
Medicine.
gonna
I know
roll a
that.
complication.
Computers?
I'm gonna say computers. Yeah.
Yeah, it would either be computers or structure.
I think we crushed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you gained
3.
3 momentum off that,
Nice. We got back what we spent.
and
Really
you're
fun.
able to combat his. You're able to trick his system into not hindering your abilities anymore, and then you're able to repair the damage. And you actually were able to get away with being a little rough around the edges because Klingon physiology is very robust. And actually, you could determine from the surgery, and the neurosurgeon with you kind of agrees with you that it would appear that this seems to be a genetic problem. Like this seems to be a problem that he's going to run into. He must have run into in the past from a previous injury, and something he'll always live with. It's just a chronic condition.
He's been shot in the head before. What the fuck?
That's unfortunate.
And now that you've gotten a chance to clean him up, and you're starting to, put his head back together, you can kind of see he looks rather young. You'd guess about 18, 19 or so.
He's been shot in the head twice.
Well, something happened to his head.
What the fuck?
He's a Klingon.
Yeah.
Maybe he
I mean,
headbutted that Targ.
Why does his head look like a crushed pumpkin?
No, those are just
He's
the
a
ridges.
Klingon?
But yeah, you could let him sleep at first. You could wake him up. You could. Yeah, otherwise, he's just kind of there now. I mean, he needs at least 12 hours bare minimum of observation just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't leave a spanner in there or something.
Well, yeah, I think typically with neurosurgery, you want them to wake up, right? Because you want to make sure that they're
All there.
functioning, and then you let them sleep. So yeah, we'll get them off the good stuff and waking up.
And he tries to grab you.
There's security there.
That's-
Yeah, there's security in the room.
It's expected.
And Efrix,
Mhm.
you can roll pose daring security. He's at one less. He has an increased difficulty on his end because there's security in the room who are about to pry him off you in a second.
And he's prone.
Yeah, he's not in the greatest position to be fighting you right now.
But he's a Klingon.
Woo, a
Yes.
10.
Woohoo!
Oh wait. No, I got this. You guys.
You're a doctor?
I'm a doctor, not a wrestler.
Nice.
Nice. I love that talent.
It's really good. I like it a lot. Okay. So it's just opposed.
Yes.
Alrighty. Wish me luck. Still daring, so
Ugh, man, that was also a 14.
Oh, I did purchase with threat, so I don't get the reroll. Nope. You tie. As he's struggling with you and he's trying to grab you, and security are like each security guard's grabbing an arm, trying to haul him off. You can take a complication to win this, or you can just kind of leave it in the stalemate state when you're for your turn.
Oh, man. I have to go back to security after this.
Fuck him up.
No, I'll leave it.
Okay, it is your turn presently. The guy, he has you kind of grabbed, but not like he wasn't able to do any damage or like knock you around or anything. You're kind of in that, like when someone's arm wrestling, the two hands just kind of lock and they're just kind of pushing with all their effort. You're at that, but grappling.
Yeah. His arms are much longer than mine.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, if it was against another person of equal height, it would probably be fine.
So what are you going to do?
Gosh, I don't
Normally,
know.
I would say headbutt him, but that's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, nah.
How's that neurosurgery going?
I fixed you once, I can fix you again.
Oh
That's
gosh.
the cleric who slashes him against.
Oh god, can I try now that he's like actually awake?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and talk him down?
Sure. How are you talking him down? Changes what role you're doing.
Yeah.
It's present something. I'm just not sure what yet.
I want to try and explain where he is and why he's here.
You're safe. You're fine. You're in a med bay. We're here to help. That sort of thing.
You were injured. You're in a med bay. The others are okay.
That sounds like presence
That's it.
engineering to me. No, presence medicine.
Okay.
It's going to be
It's the-
opposed because you could be capturing him. You could be an enemy doctor
Yep.
or something.
It is the same role as last time, but different.
Kind of one of us to shoot him in the head.
It's the
Because
same but
it's-
different.
I mean, it's still a 14.
How many 9s do you have?
A lot. Okay. But it is
Look at-
medicine, so can I? Is it everybody cool if I take a caution?
Sure.
I'm not.
I mean, you
Yeah,
don't have
go
to
for
ask if you want to take it. Just take it.
Yeah, go for it.
Does counseling?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't do. Afrix is not the kind of person that can pull off like the Klingon version of counseling. I don't think, but
Sing Klingon operetta, it'll work.
Just
I
scream
do
at
have
him.
yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, I don't know if pulling rank would help. That was the thing. That was my only other thought. But
Oh no.
I thought how you speak to a Klingon is, "Hey,
worse.
dumbass, listen, lie down."
oh no,
Oh no.
What do you mean?
I'll-
Oh no.
for him.
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good for us.
Unless he hurts himself.
Have 2 momentum. As the person stops fighting him. You kind of let go, kind of look around confused, and the guards very slowly they stay near the bed, but they slowly release him to let him know that, yeah, see, we're just here to help. Don't attack the doctor, please.
And hey, 2 momentum, that's good.
Technically, I could re-roll that 0,
You
but I'm
could.
afraid. I don't think I'm going to.
Aw.
I think that's pushing my luck.
I'm afraid.
Listen, I've been rolling abnormally well.
Was that 1 or 2 momentum?
That was 2, so we're up to 5.
Yeah, you have your patient lying there in the bio bed.
Welcome back.
Looks around, kind of confused. Blinking. I can see color.
Do you not remember being able to see color?
I've never been able to see color. People told me they existed, but shrugs.
Aw.
Oh, that makes it even better. He
Was
can't
this Klingon
tell
dropped on his head?
he couldn't even tell which department shot him because he couldn't tell the departments apart anyway.
Do you remember your name?
My name. I am of House Telpak. I'm a brother to Bakara.
No. But yes, we fixed his vision.
We shot the diplomat's brother.
But we saved him,
No,
and he's
murder
better than he was
person.
before. It's fine.
Yeah, we improved him.
You can call me Kuri.
Welcome aboard the Kismet, Curry. I'm Dr. Efrix.
You got strong arms, Efrix. The guard's gonna give
served me
you a
well
look and
enough.
him a look.
I shot the diplomat's brother in the head.
Shut up, Ned.
Can
do
I?
you remember?
Hmm?
Do you remember the fight before you went unconscious?
Yes. Starfleet were breaking into our listening post. I was defending it.
Mm.
And one of them shot me. I tried to duck, but
That's
then
hard to
everything went
do.
dark.
Ducking's hard to do when you're laying prone on the ground.
It's unfortunate. I'm sure it was a misunderstanding.
I hope so. My sister doesn't take attacks on her family lightly. I hope your fellow Starfleet are willing to die for what they did. You are okay.
Glad to hear that much. Do
Can I get up?
you feel like you can get up?
Yes.
Yes, we'd like to make sure everything is working well. We had a bit of a brain issue. I believe we fixed it. Seems a bit of a ongoing chronic condition,
Yes.
exasperated by the fight.
It's why most of us don't serve. Tries to get up and immediately starts going down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I'm
Ugh.
there, and so are the two security officers, so can probably help him.
And he grabs hold of you and holds you tight. Strong arms. And the two security guards look like they're ready to do something, and then he just lets go and sits back down.
Any pain,
I
or
think
is it
I'll.
just dizziness?
Dizzy. My legs betray me.
Not completely unusual after surgery. It may still be just the medicine working its way out of your system, or it could be something more. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Fine. Kind of kicks his feet up. Where's my knife? He starts reaching at his belt. You took my knife. Points at one of the security guards.
No.
No, I don't have it. It was confiscated when you were brought up. What? I've been captured? No. Well, what? No, you weren't. You're doctor.
Probably in one of the quarters
is-
by now.
You've all been offered quarters, but there's no weaponry typically allowed in med bay of the patients, just in case they react poorly to anesthesia. It is common enough.
You would rob me of my honor?
Certainly not. It is waiting for you.
Oh. All right then. I kind of lay back and kind of stare at the ceiling. And their eyes seem to be tracking, like looking at various things, and there's a small sense of wonder in their eyes.
Okay, so he's definitely seeing things and it's sharp and clear. That's good sign.
Yeah.
The standing is a little worrying, but
He's seeing
Probably
the
just
color
drugs.
gray.
You've seen shades of gray.
Are there 50 of them?
Boo.
Boo.
Throw him off the ship.
Try it.
he's the captain. We can't.
Well, someone can.
But yes, your patient seems fine and acting in a way that makes sense for someone who's just under neurosurgery.
Good. I'm gonna just. Are you okay right here?
I'm
now?
fine.
Do you need a drink, food? Probably not.
Blood wine would be great.
Probably not the best idea after brain surgery.
It's good for the heart.
Not the brain, though.
Strong heart, strong mind.
We have got.
Usually I would agree. However, with the medicines that you've been given, it may interact poorly.
Fine, I'll have beer, I suppose.
My type of man.
The neurosurgeon kind of leads over to you and says, actually, it would, given his constitution, he's probably going to be able to take the beer rather well and actually get his cardiovascular to go. Besides, I don't know how we're going to get him to drink water.
Oh, I was just gonna tell him it was really weak
Tell him it's
human beer.
That could work. Looks like the brightest bulb. What was that? Nothing.
If you agree that beer is safe for him, I'm sure that's okay. We'll just maybe every other one will be weak human beer.
And your neurosurgeon gets some of the staff to serve the Klingon weak beer. Probably comes from the Americas. I mean,
Yeah.
Bud Light.
Oh no, I was when I say weak human beer, I mean water.
Give him Bud Light is just actually torturing him. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then
He's
I'm
taking
gonna
fluids.
and then I'm gonna go report to Penn what I just found out.
As you make your way up to Pend.
Oh,
Let's
I
check
was just gonna call him, but okay.
Oh yeah, you could probably go to your office and chime him.
Captain
Pend,
Penn?
you're getting a call.
Yes, how can I help?
There may be a bit of an issue. Good news. Our Klingon patient is awake and functioning.
That is good news.
Bad news. He's the brother of our diplomat.
One moment.
Curry of House Taplak.
For one moment.
So Pendy's gonna think he's tapping the mute button. It's just gonna start swearing in the background.
The doctor waits.
Commander, it's not muted, says a yeoman in the room.
Shut up and get out!
Sir! You hear a door open and close.
I'll sit back down.
Oh.
Shit, right, yeah, it wasn't muted. Sorry, Doctor.
Understandable.
Yeah, so far
On
we...
the-
yeah.
More good news, however, we appear to have corrected a slight genetic issue in his brain that he had untreated before. He claims he's never been able to see color, and he can now. So,
So, yay, he can now see more colours of brown and depression. So, what's his general attitude about being shot in the head by Federation and waking up on a Federation ship, Doctor?
he believes that we were attempting to infiltrate and that he was simply defending his post. He is willing to agree that perhaps it was some kind of misunderstanding, but is of the belief that his sister will not be best pleased.
Could you... or what's this Klingon's name, if you don't mind me asking?
Curry.
Curry. Could you ask Curry if the downed vessel he was working in had been claimed as salvaged by the Klingons?
I can.
Because if it hasn't, then that's going to solve a lot of issues that are currently coming up.
All right.
Yeah, just message me back if he says yes or no, because now I need to try and figure out a way to, again, salvage a discussion with a Klingon minor house.
He seems a jovial enough sort.
True, but I
That
doubt the
may
ambassador is going
just
to be
be-
happy.
That may just be the drugs. We'll find out.
Oh, fingers crossed.
I will keep you updated, Captain.
Thank you.
And if I'm dismissed, I will go back and see how our patient is doing.
They are currently drinking very weak beer. Looks very clear and translucent.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
what are you up to, Varder?
You know, I don't know what needs my attention at the moment, honestly. They are quartered. That dude's fine. We've got security teams already around the place.
I mean, you could assist Myth with the security aspect of getting data.
Sure, I could. Yeah, no, might as well do that. I've got nothing else.
So you walk into where Myth is, probably on the bridge, tapping away at a console. You see a distinct lack of an Iran who isn't present.
Odd, but alright.
Myth ignores you because androids are mean like that.
Exactly. Myth is currently processing something like 3,000 words a minute.
She is otherwise preoccupied. Lieutenant Myth.
Ah, Lieutenant Bard.
Would my assistance be useful to you in going through those files?
Potentially. If you wish to scan this, and this, for any potential security ramifications, be my guest.
On it.
And she like barely stops working to talk with you about that. Like the text on the screen slows down a little bit, but it keeps scrolling.
I'm gonna check my headset's back again, is it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming that's just going to be me doing an assist roll for Myth, or
Yes, you'll be assisting Myth with this.
at some point, whenever that next happens.
Yes.
Which I think is now because he posted the stuff, but yeah.
All right, and that was a control science roll. Focus. Wow.
Assist is irrelevant because it whiffed.
You did whiff.
Do I want to spend determination on this? That's my
It's-
question.
Yeah, entirely your call. I don't think we're going to be having a lot of scientific stuff to do, but I can't be sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend for that.
Under what value?
Solutions like problems are limitless.
Yep, I'll give that to you.
All right. There we
Okay.
go.
And what am I assisting with anyway?
Control. Actually, you can give insight security as an assist instead of control science.
You know, that is superior to control. Control science is 11.
Color me surprised.
Yeah. What's that? I've got 1 in science? Who would have thunk that Varder is good at science? Not good, or rather. There we go. Well, oh, that was actually close-ish.
What's the
But
shit
it'll be
rolling?
None of your business. No. What did it roll last time? Computer science.
Computer science.
There you go.
Go.
So you gained 1 momentum. And roll me 7 challenge dice there, Myth.
It was difficulty 2.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that
right.
was
You would have gained
force
2,
fields.
not just 1. You're right.
So we have one overflow momentum right now, and 7 challenge die.
So
Wow.
spend that overflow
Oh.
to re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So re-rolling 4. Much better.
Yeah, you definitely get it.
Yeah.
Between filling up the work track and getting a breakthrough, you're able to crack the system. I'll be typing it out to you, so feel free to roleplay for a little bit.
Click, 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 clack, click, 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 clack. Digital keys being pressed. I think about like 1 minute after Myth has sent like 4 files to Varder, she says, "If you're finished with those, Lieutenant, there's 3 more."
Just 1 minute, and he's like, sure. I'll get to them eventually.
Very good.
And does not yet know that he shot the diplomat's sister in the head. Brother in the head.
Brother.
Oh god, that's good.
I mean, you may have shot a different gender into him as well.
Who knows at this point?
All right. Fun.
So Miff is just going to receive a bunch of information to screw over the negotiations.
Mm-hmm. So, where's Pend right now?
In the diplomatic suites.
All right.
Orion walks in as you finish up.
Lieutenant Ron?
Yeah. Hi, Myth. Sorry I couldn't be here. Us carbon-based life forms need to eat.
Indeed. I am finished, though.
Cool. Did you find anything interesting?
Indeed. I must report to Commander Pend.
Oh,
Tell him
fuck.
that'll have the pictures ready for him within the hour.
Hasn't it been an hour?
Well, I had lunch.
Okay.
Very well. Lieutenant Myth to
Yeah.
Commander Pend.
Pend here.
I have some relevant information from the data collected.
Bridge to Commander Pend.
Pend here.
The diplomat is ready to beam up and meet you now. She's I've been trying to put her off since the captain isn't here, but she's starting to get patient with me. I'm not sure I can stall her any longer.
Understood. Lieutenant Miff, come here immediately and give me the brief rundown. Bridge, beam her onto the furthest pad we have and give them the long tour to the diplomatic suites, please.
I can tend to that, sir.
No, we've got staff ready for that, Aron. You just help with what Miff and Varda needs.
I think I need to check the hold to make sure no one stuck anything there to fuck us over.
Agreed. Varder, you should look into possibilities for if the Kismet is unaware of having something on board.
Yep.
Myth looks at Lieutenant Iran for a second, tilts her head to the side, and then walks toward the turbo lift.
Well, she gets me. It's fine. She gets me. He says to himself.
Well, Iran, we're going to be looking for illicit items.
Well, I'm glad to help. I know exactly where they might be. All right,
Right.
I know where I would put them if I were to put them anywhere.
I don't think that was an improvement.
It wasn't.
No.
That was.
Varder, I'm a criminal. Just
I've noticed.
don't look into it.
It's
Or I know
my
you
job
have.
description.
Well, don't look into it.
Exactly what we're doing now.
Pen, give me a quick control plus command difficulty 1 to make sure your crew to pacify the diplomat while you get your Alan Sorkin moment. Television jokes. Anyway.
Ooh.
Walking and talking. No. Anyway, it's fine. I watch too much TV. Plus, the ship does get to help you with a thing plus another thing. It's probably not
Like
structure.
one stat plus another stat?
Yeah, it's not the structure one. It's the other one. Brain. There it is.
Computer brain.
Computers plus command. I knew it was instructor. That wouldn't have made sense. Jeez almighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overflow momentum gained.
That's good.
Yeah. You want to create any advantages right now?
Yeah, can I have the advantages of the ambassadors not going to be pissed?
Sure. You know, you give that your guys are very efficient with their job. You have practically have a full team of diplomats waiting on hand or foot. They even give her the long tour around. It's like, look at the phaser array we have. Look how cool our torpedoes are. Look how cool our security guys are. Look at our armory. It's like, oh, well, sure, I'll look at all this. This is fun.
Yep, just enough time so I
Actually
can
showed
get the
them things
lowdown.
Klingons are interested
Yeah,
in.
definitely don't show them the med bay.
No, don't show them the medbay.
That's boring for Klingons anyway.
Yeah, I just need enough time to find out what Myth wants to say, then... Oh, Joan,
It's not
take a
boring
threat.
for the Klingon we've got there.
All right, so that was one advantage. So that's 2 overflow momentum. We still have 3 more if we want to create a second advantage of some sort.
Or obtain information via that. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you'd ask through that channel.
Me neither.
If anyone can think of anything, put it forward.
What was the role specifically?
It was control command.
No, what was the role for? I mean,
To keep her calm when she got beamed up and she's basically being stalled.
okay.
Could we have those for our role on looking for illicit things?
It's a different role, so they're going to expire.
Could
Well,
we have
yeah.
the detail take her to the Klingons in the quarters, and they're going to say nice things or not bad things at best? Put us in a better light with her?
Okay, so basically warm her up so that way she's not only not angry at you, in a good mood by the time you get to her.
Yeah.
Right.
So try to put us
Yeah,
in
sure.
as good as a negotiating stance as possible.
Given our actual person who's good at talking is not.
Hey, look, we have 2 of your people here. They're perfectly fine. Look at
It
the
was
bloodline
all
they're
of-
getting a drink.
It was a misunderstanding, and we made sure that they didn't, stay out in the cold.
They're probably
And-
chugging blood wine already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so the Myth arrives to wherever Pend is. Diplomatic lounge thing. Commander.
Lieutenant, you said you have something?
Indeed. I was able to decode some relevant information from the data we recovered from the Crash Federation ship. It appears that ship was being used as a Klingon intel analysis post. The Klingons seem to be under the impression that the Kismet is somehow involved in smuggling.
Oh,
And the IKS Kavat scanned us in order to follow up on this investigation and forwarded their data down to the analyst post on the surface.
did they find something?
Not that I've been able to determine, Commander. It appears that House Telpak has taken up the lead on this investigation, however.
Do we have any idea of what they were scanning for in particular? Not just that they scanned us.
Did it mention anything?
It was in code words. Without the reference, it doesn't mean anything.
From what I can deduce, it appears to be some sort of item. However, even that is not 100% Commander.
I'll even give you an insight security. You might be able to guess at what they're looking for based on their investigative method.
All right. Insight security? We'll roll that.
Difficulty 2, I'll say.
Could
I'll spend
Could I
one.
assist him, considering I've asked him to figure it
Sure.
out?
Could it be this? Could it be that? Are they
Presence,
looking for torpedoes? Like what? Cowcat?
presence command?
Insight command or insight security?
It's the exact same. It's an 8 and a 4.
Well,
Wow.
good thing you had that focus. Yikes.
Yeah.
You have infiltration or something, right?
I do. Let's say
Yeah, so-
I made sure I've noted everything on my sheet that I've changed.
So yeah, game one momentum. It would seem based on what they're like. It's in code words, so they're not say they never outright say what it is they're looking for, but it isn't something that has an energy signature, because that'd be something they'd be looking for. It isn't something. It isn't Calcat, because even at Calcat, even the blue crystal gives off an energy signature. That's just their biology. It's how they work, or geology, I suppose. It doesn't seem to be a hazmat of some kind, like explosive materials, poison, or anything like that. Just some sort of contraband of some kind or another, whether it's a person or a thing or a collection of things. And they're not looking for a lot. No bigger than, say, the size of an office desk in size. Because otherwise, they'd be looking for much bigger things based on their scans. And you can tell from from their scanning data that they were looking for something in particular, and only one of it.
All right. So I think Pend and Myth are just like looking at a data pad that Myth is holding and like kind of cross-referencing things.
Lieutenant, I'm going to put the ship into a silent lockdown, so no shuttles, no transports, and I want you and the security chief in private to figure out what it is, where it is, and lock it down. Understood?
Understood, Commander. Does that order apply to the captain returning from Borath as well?
If the captains come back, then that's an exception. But apart from that, no one in or off any way, shape, or form. And this is going to be a silent lockdown. There's going to be no alarms, no lights, no anything. So do not inform
Understood, Commander.
Not tell no one, not even the chief of security, that this is happening.
Understood.
Hopefully we can figure out what it is and nip it in the bud.
I believe an opposed roll is occurring at this time. I'm spending 2 threat to make sure this roll is happening now rather than later. Pend, you're opposing a roll by Aran.
I am.
Yes. Pend, you're rolling presence plus security or command. Aran, you are rolling. Trying to think what I'm going to get you to roll.
So
I'm going to say daring, con or engineering.
I'm gonna take engineering.
So is a run rolling from your threat pool?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm adding a die, and I'm gonna use obviously.
I would advise,
infiltration.
since you're on the threat side of things, that you wait to see if he's buying any more threat.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'll throw you a bone. I'm going to spend 1 threat, so you can buy technically another dice now.
Ooh.
That gives me,
You know, if the GM wants you to.
yeah, if he wants you to.
Yeah. I wanted him to succeed at this. I'll be out of threat, but that's fine. I'll get it back.
So you can roll yours, but I was definitely giving you the threat so you could get an extra dice if you wanted it.
I'm gonna look up a thing though, because I have bold engineering to see if that helps me in this case.
It would.
Was I presence command? Sorry.
Yes. Presence, command, or security.
Okay, yeah, I was just double checking because I've got bold command. That's why I was given the threat.
Aha.
I assume my focus of intelligence operative works, considering I've been
yes.
using my codes.
Actually, I'll point out to you, Aran, because you have testing a theory and you've been working on this from before, you actually got 1 die for free.
Cool.
So, I get to keep some of my threat.
So I'm moving that up to 4 then. 4 dice. Cool beans. I can't find bold engineering, but I'm guessing that it's just spend threat to get a die or something.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
get a
you
It lets you
get one
reroll as long
reroll.
as you spent threat.
That's good. That's very good to know. And I'm using my focus in infiltration.
Can't imagine why you would.
All right. If there's nothing else, I'm rolling.
Well, you've got a reroll, so you can reroll the complication.
It's true.
Just 1 then.
Yes. Okay.
So I have 3 dice for a reroll. I would like to give you 5 momentum.
Okay.
I'm going to reroll those 2 zeros.
Jesus.
I'm going to use a determination, if I may.
At this point,
You can use it to reroll 1.
Hmm.
or yeah, you can either spend your determination to try to reroll 1 die, which I don't think is gonna beat. Yeah, you won't get enough to beat him.
No.
But you could create an advantage. The problem is, here's the catch though. With his roll, his team is going to try to stop you. And you're going to notice that at some point or another that the crew is making some effort to lock down. And you do have something set up in advance, but the window's closing a lot faster than you wanted it to. If you get the advantage, you will be able to try to rush toward the shuttle bay with the cargo in tow, but you're going to run into security at the shuttle because there's going to be somebody there guarding the shuttle.
That's fair. Have I been disarmed of my the Type 2 phaser? From the
It
mission?
would have been taken off you as soon as the mission finished.
You'd have your Type 1 though.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you turn in when you return to the ship.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's do
Which
that.
value are you going to try to trigger for? I can think of 2 off the top of my head.
Yeah. It's either how do you think I got this job or old habits die hard.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
I
use
feel like
old
it's
habits
old
die
habits
hard.
die hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a point, as a bit of bookkeeping, just before I forget, that was 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you gained 3 momentum at the end of that rainbow.
GM, is it possible
Yeah.
for me to do a determination spend to create a disadvantage?
You could. What are you trying to that determines what value applies?
Considering I know there's something on board that the Klingons are definitely after, I would and have ordered a silent lockdown. Could more security be posted to the shuttle bays? So not just like one guy, but a actual team. Because I did state specifically shuttles, transporters, anyway in or off.
Which value?
Oh, it has a backup plan. So it is part of the plan.
Yeah, I'll let you burn your determination on that. So there's going to be around. You can see that there's the normal like one guy watching it. It's actually like a team of 3 dudes on it, plus a couple more up at the controls.
All right.
Although your backup plan thankfully has the controls part dealt with. That's not, you don't need to get like clearance or anything. You just need to get in the shuttle. Problem is there's 3 guys standing around it with Type 2 phasers.
Yeah. I mean, I've taken down bigger threats before. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna move you over here for my benefit. Let's move these
here. This thing I'm dragging.
Y'all.
It's the size of a desk. if I heard it correctly.
Yep.
All right. Is it a
Presumably,
box?
you have it on like a grav lift or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Wasn't Iran with Varder? So what excuse did you come up with to leave that?
Bathroom break.
You
Inside
go to
Just
one
like
cargo bay,
security.
you go to a different one. Like,
Oh, I thought
Actually-
Varder was just going to be on the bridge scanning shit.
oh, never mind.
The general, okay, let's try and find something to focus on and then go from there.
Yeah.
Because going through manually is going to take way too fucking long.
Yeah, you have a lot of cargo aboard.
But I have this thing on a grab lift. And there's these 3 dudes standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna slide across this this desk and use it as a ram. Sorry, guys.
Seriously, I gave you another option. Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure, I could do that, but this place is on a lockdown, and I'm not going in.
His name's
I'm not taking
Hijack.
it.
He's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, and these
I
guys
mean,
are,
that's fair.
these guys are purposely patrolled. They're not just going to say, "Oh, come in, person." Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. And Iran kind of figures that. It's like, oh, I know what this is. This is a lockdown.
Yeah.
Give me an insight security roll, difficulty 2.
Me?
Yes.
That's an 11. Lead by example?
Yes, you're the one that thought up this crazy idea.
Well, that's fair. Rolling.
You don't have enough to buy that one off.
Nope.
I have a medal.
What's your medal? I forget.
I have the conspicuous gallantry. Is it the command book now? It's for
99 of command. 1 second. I don't think it gets us out of this.
I think it.
I thought
Let's
there was
see.
if you spend threat, you get a chance to.
To not have spent it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that might be.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh well.
The complication is the GM isn't helping you. I'm just gonna rule as your action. I was gonna give you a suggestion, but unfortunately Iran didn't think of it, so don't worry
No.
about it.
Sorry.
So which guy are you ramming?
Which one is closest to the door?
This guy. We'll
Alright.
say.
Then it's that guy.
We're gonna call this a daring security roll. I think that applies for some reason.
Daring security. All right.
He's going to try to oppose it because something's ramming him, and he's like, "Oh God!"
Well, we've got a
trying
couple
to
of
dive out of the way.
we've got a couple of tactical officers.
could I use-
So does everyone want to take one for this?
Oh,
yeah, we can do that.
shit. Could I use small craft?
With increased complication.
No.
So Myth, do you want Trolloc?
Yeah, I'll take Trolloc.
Could I spend a? Oh, hold on, 2 seconds.
Varda, do you
Sure.
want Dref?
You know what? Let's have Tajaban.
All right, you take Tachibon, I'll take Dref. Or does the doctor want to take Dref?
You go for it.
I mean, we've got
So-
3 security officers.
I just want to
on
see
the support.
Tajaban get his ass kicked.
I got a
Honestly,
noise complaint. Sorry.
Is Tachibon the one being rammed?
yes.
So, yes.
Let's face
What?
it, he deserves it.
Men, hallå, jag...
Is that the wrong reason to choose a character?
No. No. No.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a noise complaint. From my roommate.
I also only just put my headset back on when that was said, so I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. Where are we in this? I'm ramming Tachuban.
Yes, it's a opposed daring security roll.
Okay. Did I have any focuses that I could use? Small craft at increased complication. Does lead by example still work?
No.
I think Tachibana
Nothing
has
proficient.
good
Hand-to-hand
daring.
combat.
Yeah.
Is Tachibana going to be spending any threat?
Wait, is it threat?
I mean, Tachibana can spend momentum.
He doesn't have to. He could use threat.
Yeah.
You're saying you want threat, aren't you?
We're not
No,
going to
no.
help you.
Yeah, let's give him a
gonna help
momentum.
me.
Why not? He's a decent person for hand-to-hand stuff.
You'll probably want to spend a threat there, Aron.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean,
yeah,
would you like to
I
spend
was
some
just-
more momentum, Tachiban? We have more.
Because I also still want his ass kicked.
Yeah, but
We've still got 2 other security officers.
true. Do you have any
Yeah, fuck
focuses?
it, I'm not changing that name. Yeah, he's got hand-to-hand. He's also got a nat 20, I think that is. Yeah,
There
yeah,
we
he
go.
gets his ass kicked. This is great.
Fuck yeah.
Do you want to buy off that complication?
Nope.
I'm going to take
Oh.
those 2 threats. Kind of need it.
For sure.
But yeah, and actually, no. On top of that, we beat him by that much more. 2 more threat.
Nice.
So that was worth it. Roll for me, Mr. Aron.
Mm-hmm.
4 challenge dice.
4 challenge dice. There we go.
Oh my god.
So can Tachiban spend his kind of determination to not take the injury?
He could.
Oh, I'm getting court-martialed for this, but I have Vulcan standing behind me. It's
Just
fine.
breaking his legs. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Collarbone.
Doesn't-
Obviously,
Doesn't
collarbone.
don't they have to have a value to then have a point of determination?
Well, we can give him one now if you want.
Right. I'm saying we should just do that real quick because he already has some potential values.
Is his potential value
like
weak of
betraying
mind,
the
weak
ship.
of body?
If I can, I must punch my captain.
If I can, I must shoot my captain.
I mean, to be fair, you've just taken
And for
your
ourselves alone.
turn. You now have to take sort
That
of
does
3
work
security turns.
because that could
Yeah,
that one does work, Myth.
let's use that one.
Also, the attack had a knockdown effect. He got at least effect. If Tachibana doesn't want to be laid out on his back, he needs to spend 2 momentum to stay standing.
Again, we have 2 more security officers.
And it's Tachibana.
Plus, he can shoot from his
I have more
back.
men.
I feel like this is hazing.
Yeah.
He's here to
I'm
prove
not-
himself. This is an easy job. Just have to guard a shuttle. Why is he ramming me? Oh God!
Yeah, okay, we'll do that determination for him to not get an injury. Fine. He
Yeah.
doesn't break his leg or whatever it is that would happen.
3, 4, 5.
But it does knock him down.
It does knock him
Yeah.
down.
Because we need momentum.
And anything else you wish to do, Aron? You can only really get minor actions because there's only one of you on your side. Sadly, you can't really hold the initiative because you've already acted.
Could I ask the computer to open the door?
I'd
The
very
cargo
much
bay? Or
doubt
the
it,
dump bay?
considering I've locked it.
Yeah, it
you
won't
asked
open.
for the door of the shuttle to open.
Yeah.
You
No,
can do
no.
that, yeah.
Is it? Are we in the shuttle bay now?
Yeah, they're kind of standing in front of the the shuttle's like back here.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So you just ask for the door to open.
Yeah.
To the surprise of the security guards, the door to the shuttle opens, even though they just got done locking it down.
May I draw my phaser, please?
I think Tachibana's more surprised at other things, honestly.
It'll cost threat to do it, but you could.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
I think it costs me 1 threat for you to get an extra minor.
Hmm.
So you draw your type 1 phaser.
Yes.
Any other minor actions? You could swift task, but your difficulty to shoot that phaser would be I would lose 2 threat, and the difficulty to hit one of these guys would be you're in close range of them because you rammed into. It'd be instead of 3, it'd be like 4.
Hmm. Which one's the better shot? that I know of.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
He
Well,
would know.
Yeah, you don't
You
know.
did see Dreth, the marksman, that other fucking Klingon down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dreth is a scary shooter. You know that.
All right.
On the other hand, you are not.
I'm not. That's true.
I've seen you shoot. I wasn't impressed.
No, that's true. But I've been in close combat before.
You could try to slug one of them instead of drawing your phaser.
I'd rather do that. I think it's bad manners to shoot other Starfleet officers.
Just curb stomp fucking Tachibana. There we go.
Take time. Actually, because he's prone, you'd have an extra D.
I'm not gonna kill Tachibana, even though I feel like he deserves it sometimes. But I am gonna roundhouse Dref over the crate onto Tachibana.
Pose daring security. Only downside is around because you're swift tasking. You basically have one extra success you need because
That's
you're
fair.
trying to do a lot of stuff in one turn.
I think Dref would like to spend a momentum for a die.
You're probably going to want to spend a threat for that.
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him the focus of hand to hand.
He hasn't maxed out his focuses yet? Darn that guy.
Yeah.
Darn you, Dreth.
Fuck Dreth? Is he just a combat machine?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
What do focuses max out at for support characters?
Same as players.
So 6. Oh shit, son.
I like how that's combat hand-to-hand medic.
Yeah, it's kind of got
Mhm.
mixed up there.
Shall I fix it, or is someone else doing that already?
I'll
For-
sort it now.
I don't think I have anything other fun here. Bastet, come on. Come, Bastet. She's screaming at the door. Well,
So yeah, so we both rolled 3. Didn't that go to the defender?
oh shit, son.
Gain 1 momentum. And, Dreth, I assume you want to do damage, not just shoving him back.
I would very much like that.
Okay.
Am I able to
give me
fire
your
it?
unarmed.
Or does it have to be unarmed?
It has to be unarmed.
And this isn't technically Draft's turn, is it?
No. Why do you ask?
No, just wondering. Okay, I'll take a unarmed strike. See if I can knock him down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think he has a determination to buy that one off.
Yeah, and I can't give him momentum to keep you up.
No.
You're
I could use my spotlights.
Do you have any
Hey.
normal milestones sitting around?
I have 10.
Don't you have to
Do you
use
have
them for
anything
stuff you've done?
applicable? Right. Like if you have something that you say, if you saved a normal milestone rather than spending
Oh, he
it,
has a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
have
but
something
I can see
applicable.
toward some of his do or die-ness. That's been a general theme for the character.
Yeah.
Although I will warn you, just to be as a point of rule, you are going to take that stress. If they knock you, if they fill your stress track, you're gonna have you're still getting the injury. You're just powering.
Yeah.
And if they
That's
hit you
fair.
again, it's going to turn into a lethal.
Yeah.
So do you want to do that?
I mean, it's either I do this or I don't get my command.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna grab myself a new value after this as well.
Dunk.
I think.
Unfortunately, I can't keep you standing, but you take that damage as you try to hit your fellow officer. He slugs you back, and you kind of fall back into your own box, into your crate, kind of laying down. And you're, you felt something crack. You do not feel great, but you're still awake. You can't fail. You have to stay awake.
Do you know what happens when Aaron gets hurt? He gets
knocked
sarcastic.
out.
He gets sassy and sarcastic.
Unfortunately, it goes to the other side. We have no other way to keep the initiative, as it were.
Myth, do you want to take this round?
Yeah. So I think that she is going to go in for a grapple.
I mean, if you do phase room, Dref is a combat medic, so he could stabilize him.
Yeah, but I've got a close quarters combat focus.
Knock yourself out then. Go for it.
God, are these the 3 worst officers to have here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
They
knock
all
yourself
miss
out.
combat.
And also, this character's being activated. I'm going to give them the I'll decide on that one after. I don't think it's going to be applicable to this role.
It's going to be opposed daring security.
Would
Double
Aron have
checking
some form of disadvantage to being on his ass?
I'm double checking that. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. The person doing the attack on the prone person has a floating 2 momentum for that attack.
Ouch.
Nice.
That's
that
that's an odd rule, but okay.
So
That hurts.
I can spend that into a 4th die then.
How much stress did I get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so if you spend one more momentum, you get 4 dice to try and knock him out or grapple him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do 4 die for these grapple. Yeah.
Do you want to buy a die with a threat, or are you just gonna roll it flat?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a die.
Sure.
And I'm gonna get the focus later in ouchies.
Oh!
Well, you're limiting how much momentum they get, I guess. All 2s. Roll 20, be our friend.
Come on.
Let me see that
Papa needs
complication.
Command.
I'm gonna see many complications. Oh, a 19, a 14, and an 18.
Have
Could
5
I-
momentum.
Could I plead for my life before he punches me out?
She's not punching you out. She's grappling you.
You're just
Alright.
trying to.
Yes.
So all that does for you, Aron, is that damage.
Could I take this moment to talk to them?
You could say something.
You can say something, but considering you've just attacked a security officer, they're going to be sorting you out very soon.
That's fair.
Feel free to
That's
say
true.
something.
I am under strict orders to do this. I don't want to.
Security team, one of the other 2 can act.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I think Dref's going to go. Considering he's grappled on the floor and, like, quote unquote injured, is Dref able to, like, basically arrest him, like bind his hands, legs, stuff like that, like handcuffs?
For 2 momentum, you could have that. He could have that gear on.
Yep. So that'll take us down to 4 momentum.
Generally, people just kind of stun them and drag them away. That's how security works.
I should have just used the wide beam stun setting. Jesus.
That's what I was gonna suggest earlier, but you did make the inside security.
So yeah,
I
so
know.
we're down to 4, and I'm basically gonna handcuff and hobble him.
It's going to be daring security roll because Aron probably doesn't want to be bound, and you're gonna get assistance from Thralic.
Also, he's on the ground, so I get 2 floating,
Yes.
and I'll spend
That is a
one.
weird rule.
Yeah, and
I
then
know.
Weird.
I'm gonna spend 1 more to go up to 4 dice, so we're down to 3 momentum.
Don't worry, Myth's keeping track of it.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely haven't been looking at talents instead.
Hi, kitty. Coming to keep me company as I go to jail.
Yeah, I need to add. Yeah, so looks like we're kind of lucky that we had the 3 best security officers.
Uh-huh.
These are only 3 security officers?
Yes.
I think we have one more, maybe, but No.
I don't think so.
Assist
make
from
one.
Threllick.
Oh right.
No, I think if you were to create one for yourself, that'd be like your personal creation.
I can do that at some point.
So yeah,
And Aran, you roll to oppose. I have no threat, so
So 4. All right. Daring security.
you know.
Uh, I don't think I have a focus that applies. Unless I want to engineer my way out of handcuffs later.
handcuffs
can.
and leg cuffs.
The what now?
Hey, Houdini could do it.
Infiltration.
You can use infiltration to make it easier for you to get out of it later.
Like positioning my hands or something. That's fair. I'm gonna do that.
If you're doing that, it's going to be daring plus engineering or security.
That's
Difficulty 2. They're going to bind you. They've succeeded. You're trying to create the advantage for yourself later.
So I think we're full up on momentum again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you just straight up get 4 momentum because he doesn't really resist. He tries to position his hands in a certain way, but you're a little too thorough, and he's not able to get to create a gap.
yeah. I'm just gonna get me to penned. I don't.
I don't think it's pent you deal with for this.
Yeah, I think you'll be taken to the brig, seen medically,
That's
and just held there.
That's
As we will cut to Varder. Varder, you are alerted to a security alert in the shuttle bay. Apparently, Lieutenant Aran assaulted one of the security officers and is currently has been detained. And the security team wants to know what you want them to do.
And he's not injured.
He's pretty injured. They one of them heard an audible crack when he struck him in the jaw.
Security team and him to. And do they have bed restraints?
He's not allowed in medical bay.
But he is if he's
You can
injured.
do that.
Restrain him as well to the bed.
They're like restraint fields that they have.
Do that.
Dr. Efrix, you see Lieutenant Aran being wheeled in, not wheeled in, but being carried in by security guards. Cuffed,
What's
basically
going on?
cuffed by hands and leg cuffed. And you can see his jaws at a very not great angle.
Yeah.
Are the Klingons still there?
I guess Furter's
Yeah,
heading
Curry's
down
still
as
there.
well.
I'm gonna wink at him.
What? All right. Sassy when you're injured, right? Remembered.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay,
Aran's
gonna
my
check out
sexual
that jaw,
anesthetic
see
for Klingon.
exactly what I need to do to reset it. While I'm asking the security guards what's going on.
And Furter's also heading to medical now. Because,
Controlled security.
I was like, wait, what?
Right, I'm gonna use a cautious.
One momentum gone. And Varda, you walk in as Efrix is trying to repair Aran's broken jaw.
Emergency medicine?
I wouldn't say so.
No.
Okay.
It's a broken jaw. It's not that emergent.
Biology?
I'll give it to you.
I mean, it's xenobiology, but I think.
Yeah,
No,
xenobiology,
no,
biology.
he's a human, and I'm not, so he's an alien. That's
It
correct.
still applies even if you were the same race.
Ugh.
Is it assisted by
Efforts.
computer's medicine?
But I can reroll one of them.
Hmm.
Nope. I don't fix it, I just poke it. I'm sorry, Aaron.
Hmm.
You try to set it, but it looks like it's gonna take longer to get at it. As Varder walks in, you're kind of trying to set it, and Ron keeps twitching every so often because of the pain.
I need to hold still.
Well, I'm trying. Ow.
Can he talk, Doctor?
I wouldn't really recommend it.
It's fine. Thank you, Doctor.
Apparently, especially not without a lawyer.
I think it's fine. There isn't a lawyer that will touch me currently.
The lawyer will touch you. Oh, that's what you meant, right? No,
Wow.
I was confused for a second and verbalized my confusion.
You guys.
Oh gosh.
I got it, okay? Don't worry.
In the end,
Yeah. Lieutenant, how nice of you to show up. I'm guessing you have questions for me.
And I should be back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. My headset cut out again. It's doing brilliant. It's getting worse.
I see.
What were you saying?
I'm guessing you have questions for me, Lieutenant.
That would be a reasonable assumption.
It's a
And then I'd have questions for which one of those three was that? She. Thralak is how that one would be because they use last names. They actually have last names. You know what? I need to ask.
the
I dealt with
Andorian.
3 of you in the shuttle bay? Because remember, Penn's orders were to have Varder not informed of this.
You would have to ask Commander Penn, sir. And
All right,
then-
okay. Oh,
And actually, sir, we need to excuse ourselves.
yes, you dismissed.
And
Thank
they
you
walk
for.
off.
Great. Okay. Aaron, what were you doing?
what was it look? What did it look like? I was stealing a shuttle. I had an episode.
I don't know of any episodes or anything on that says medically inclined to stealing shuttles.
Well, kleptomania is a thing, but no. I had a feel. I had a calling. You would understand, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure you would understand having a calling.
Not to stealing things.
Well, potato, tomato.
Right. And there's a reason you went to do this instead of assisting me with the task of not having us land in more trouble with the Klingons.
Well, I was trying to get us. No, I'm not gonna. No. Get me penned. I need to talk to Penn about this. He's the only one that will understand.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I want you to
Just
be able to trust me, but currently
Oh.
I'm not very trustworthy.
Lieutenant Varder to Commander Pend.
Pen here again?
I just had 3 security officers apprehend Lieutenant Aran trying to hijack a shuttle.
That's my name.
He is presently in sickbay with a damaged jaw, among other things, and is insisting on speaking to you.
Is he well enough to be put in a confinement cell?
Doctor, is he well enough to be put into a containment cell?
GM?
Technically, yes. Medically, you could insist the person remain in medbay. That's not a lethal injury, so it's not like they die, but they are still injured. They still require
Yeah, and
medical
the
attention.
longer you leave that injury, the harder it is. It's gonna to repair it. Plus, you risk there's the risk of infection.
So is the doctor on the line with Lieutenant Varda?
I'm assuming Varder just turns to talk to Dr. Efrix, given he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So your recommendation is no, correct?
Yes.
Is there anywhere in Medbay where he could be placed separately with no interaction with our Klingon friends?
We technically have containment fields meant for the cockpit crystals.
Do they block sound?
But a regular
So-
medical force field would.
It wouldn't block sound, it would just block physical things going through it.
Physical things.
But we could use the resonance field. You wouldn't be able to hear anything. Oh, that's really mean. No, we're not going to do that.
I mean, you're right, yeah, the resonance field would basically white noise deafen anyone who was in it.
Doctor, could you knock him out for the time being and keep him under guard? I really cannot deal with his situation until I deal with the Klingons. And I don't want him speaking to any Klingons while this is happening.
Commander, is there something I should be informed of?
I will inform security and the senior staff after I've dealt with the current issue I'm currently dealing with.
Including already issuing orders to my staff without my knowledge?
Something came up and I had to act quickly. Clearly, I needed to.
By that, I
What's
mean my staff refuses
Starfleet?
to tell me their orders
Yes,
because I need to ask you.
it was a silent
That
lockdown
is-
to not tip off anyone trying to cause any trouble.
And evidently it worked. She looks so disappointed at Iran right now.
In my defense, I wouldn't say I was causing trouble. They became trouble when they. I'll be quiet.
Especially as you keep talking, it's like, ow, 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 talking hurts.
And, well, I will
Um,
get back to the bridge and my scans then, sir.
Did the security team...
GM, what's the...
Oh, go on.
Sorry.
Question?
What's Starfleet medical stance on medically knocking out prisoners?
If there's no medical reason to administer the drug, it is considered unethical.
I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
He's shown violence towards the
isn't-
crew.
He is in pain, and that's true. He was violent.
I
towards
will give
other
you
members of the
this.
crew.
You can roll reason plus con difficulty 2 to find a legal loophole to let you knock out a patient.
Could I do that?
Oh, the doctor's the one that has to read the report, but you can certainly assist.
He's not
Write the
vital
report,
now.
read it.
I could just shoot him. I mean,
Doctor, I would like to spend a momentum to let you use my con score of 5.
Collaboration.
Cool. So I'll just roll with medicine, and we'll call it con.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to just also spend a momentum for an extra dice? Nope, I'll just roll mine.
Oh.
We still got it.
Mhm.
Gain a momentum and yeah, you're able to find out a particular subsection paragraph part of the uniform code that makes this legal. It's murky, but no, it's not going to affect your reputation. Let's put it that way.
I mean, also, if
The
he's
other thing is, he is in physical pain, and it's going to take me a while to fix it. And
Sure.
when he's awake, he's moving,
That's why you're writing
and
that.
I need him to not move. Yeah.
That's what you're writing the report. I completely believe you. It has no ulterior motive that involves
To be
you.
fair,
Yeah.
I was going to recommend the same stuff. If he's unconscious, he can't wiggle around while she's setting the jaw.
Yeah. But yeah, you have legal ground to knock him out. Unless he specifically tells you he doesn't want to, but even then, you still have a way. You could just do it anyway because you medically outrank him in that regard.
Yep.
Whether you can sleep at night with that is your problem, not mine.
Well, CMO stuff. I was gonna recommend holding him under sedation anyway, so that I could fix his jaw. So this works out.
I'm not trying to guilt you or anything. I'm just, pointing out the qualities of your
just-
situation.
Pind made the other suggestion first. So I had to ask. I was like, I feel like there's an ethics issue.
But do you knock out the lieutenant?
Gosh.
He can't exactly fight back. Is the thing. He's restrained.
Yeah. God.
I'd prefer not to, but you do as you please, Doctor.
Shit.
Also,
I could knock him out for you.
if it
Yells
makes it
Curry from
easier,
across the way.
I also kind of
about-
ordered you to do it as well, if that helps.
Don't worry, I was just following orders, doctors.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I was ordering that a violent person be dealt with.
What about? There are offices in Medbay.
Yeah.
We could quarantine him too.
Yeah, that was also
Under-
one of the other things I said. Just put him somewhere private, restrained, and so he can't talk to the Klingons.
Just wheel him.
I mean,
wheel
there
the
are there are
bio bed
literally
in there.
there should literally be private rooms for.
With a medicine of 2 on your ship, you barely have enough. You barely have more
Oh,
than just the
that's
mid bay.
true.
But he
Yeah.
basically be wheeled into your office.
I just don't want to have access to my shit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna recommend. Under guard in my office.
Yeah, especially the underguard. I want two people there to make sure he does not break loose.
And she kind of shakes her head, just like, "What did you do?"
Good night, Doctor.
That didn't sound Hannibal Lecter or anything.
Oh,
Jesus.
he's full on.
Hopped up on
Do you want her to knock
analgesics.
you out? Because now she's considering letting Curry just punch you. Like,
GM.
Mm-hmm.
So the desk-sized object he had on a hyperlift, is that would have been taken to confinement or to security? That wouldn't have just been left in the middle of a shuttle bay, correct?
No, they would. They well, the most they would have done is they would have pulled it aside and had it returned back to where it was after some scans. But it's logged; they know where it is because it's evidence now.
Okay.
Actually, no, because it's evidence. It would go into evidence log.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it would be put somewhere safe. Just
That would be
double-checking.
correct. If I had threat, it would be
Well, tough shit for you.
stingy. So, Pend and Myth, what are you doing?
I think Pend was getting ready to meet the diplomat.
Oh, do I get to ask Curry if
Oh, you can ask
the
her something.
ship he was on was claimed as Klingon salvage? That was the question, right, Pend?
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was claimed as a by the house for its purposes
Okay.
for the listening post thing.
All right. And I let Pend know that before he leaves.
Yay!
More good news. I'm sorry.
But
Let's
again,
have,
that was not in Federation records, so
let's have the
Yeah,
non-negotiator have all of this shit happen in the negotiations. Yay!
Where's Myth? Are you supporting Pend or are you Tinderbox?
I don't think I should be in a room where diplomacy is happening.
I mean, in theory, if you wanted to join in, you could take one of the diplomatic staff.
I feel like no, wait. Myth has orders. They're to go help with the with finding out what the Klingons wanted. So she's gone up to Varder to inform him of the same stuff she informed Pend of. Most of it.
I mean, didn't Varder already get the same stuff?
Oh right, fuck.
He was there,
To
which is even more confusing for that order.
Yeah.
Because he already knows everything.
Yeah, he just wasn't informed
Except
of
why
his
he was
silent
left out of the
alarm.
loop on that.
So it's we have to find this thing that's around the size of a desk and determine what it is.
Which has been logged and put in security lockup.
Yep. So Myth arrives to the bridge where Varder is. I think was traveling while all this happened.
He probably gets back to the bridge about the same time as Myth gets there.
Yeah, you both kind of walk on the bridge roughly the same time as each other because you're kind of in different spots of the ship.
Lieutenant Varder. Commander Penn wants us to look into the item.
Right. Well, I was about to do that. I was just starting when incidents happened in the shuttle bay.
Oh.
So we don't have much to go on other than they're here or it's something here. Well, that it's the side of the crate, but
I
Are
assume
you
you
scanning
don't-
over the cargo manifest or do you?
go through manifest for things that would either be about that size or could fit in objects of that, like a containment unit of that size. Does that make sense?
Sure. Call that a reason security difficulty 2, assisted by ship's computer security. Myth can help with this.
Assist with that.
Reason security. Mental task. No focuses. It's a difficulty of what?
2.
Yeah, let's buy a die because, yep, that would actually be useful for me to change the task roll from 1 anyway. There we go.
There you go.
And still being assisted by a myth with a reason roll.
Oops, I'm still.
Apparently Thralix assisting you.
Yeah, I
Great
was still
reason on that
her
character.
Low
And the-
security, though.
shit.
And the ship was
There
helping.
you go. 3 momentum.
Yo, so back to 6.
Isn't it 4 momentum? It was a reason roll that I just made.
No, Throlic made it. Yeah, you're right.
You clutching at straws there, GM.
Just a little bit. No,
Is
you
that
do.
7 or floating?
One floating.
Well, you get to hear the answer before you
Yeah,
get to ask a
yeah.
question. So, there is a very particular desk-size object that's on a grav lift right now in evidence lockup. Very suspicious because it's when you look up the numbers, and there's that one comes to the top because when it was logged into evidence, the registry number on it isn't in your manifest. So as far as the operations department was concerned, that box wasn't on board.
We shouldn't have anything in evidence anyway. We just came from a starbase.
Well, yeah. The thing that attacked Tachibana that ran him over, that's the crate that you're looking for.
Okay, in that sense. Okay, that makes sense as to why it's in evidence then.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if it was
Otherwise-
being stored in evidence, then it didn't make sense.
I mean, it's logged now. That's why you're able to find it in the computer because they wrote down the number. Went, oh, security didn't know operations didn't have it. They just assumed operations had the matching number, and operations goes, no, that's not one of our boxes. We didn't put it there.
Shall we investigate this, Lieutenant? Shall we investigate this, Lieutenant, who is no longer here?
We will cut to Penn as you guys are presumably heading down there.
Good job, Discord.
Comedic timing Discord.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is that timed for something I didn't even...
Oh, yeah. He was, shall we head down to investigate this, Lieutenant? And then
And
he
he
dropped out the
disconnected.
call.
Oh, okay, I got a red bar, that's why.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. I have a bad experience with opening things, though, so we should probably take it to an empty area of the ship. Is that just me?
Pend, you are standing outside of that a noble lady, along with two of her warriors, are currently having a dinner right now.
I will enter and introduce myself.
Ah, yes. You're Commander Penn. The one that sent men after my warriors and attacked them. Destroyed my listening post.
We didn't destroy it.
I would say that was a misunderstanding. We had no records that a Federation vessel had crashed there. We were merely investigating, which, as you quite clearly hear, led to this whole misunderstanding. Your men have been treated well. They're currently in guest quarters.
Was there a reason why your men were firing on my men?
Yes, from the report I got, they released a extremely large targ, then opened fired.
According to my men, the Targ was guarding the door, which was then plasma torched open, and at which point the Targ attacked the intruder, and then they killed our prize Targ.
Unfortunately, when two groups of trigger-happy people meet, stupid things tend to happen. I'm sorry for the loss of your prize tag, but your men and your brother is perfectly fine.
Yes, I heard my brother was badly injured by one of your men.
Actually, no, he's actually gained the ability to see colour now.
The two warriors look at each other like it's a joke they don't get, and they look at you. She doesn't seem amused.
The Federation Facer could achieve that.
Yes, apparently your brother never had the ability to see colour. After our doctor looked at him, he now has full ability with his sight.
You can hear her cracking her knuckles as she joins her hands together. You two out, and the two warriors find every reason to be not in this room.
Oh, try the Tellarite spirits. You'll enjoy that. Real men drink. So,
I'd rather you didn't bring up the failings of my brother in front of others, unless you want to get stabbed.
Well, he no longer has that failing, and I'm not really sure that's a great way to build a helpful relationship for negotiations, is it? Or is that a common Klingon method?
So at this point, you can roll presence plus command. The difficulty is 2, keeping in mind the advantage. She's pissed, but she's calmed down because she's been given drink, given a tour, and you're giving her good news. So the difficulty is fairly low, a lot lower than it was gonna. It was gonna be like a 5 if you guys did nothing to make her happy or
Yeah,
help
we
her
used
brother.
2 advantages on this.
Yeah, we made sure.
She was super mad. I was like, "You shot her brother." I'm like, "Oh no."
We technically fixed her brother better than he was.
That's
we broke
why.
him and we made him better.
That's why it's down to 2 by now.
So I'll give you 1 threat.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah, now you're going to get punched. And I'll give you 2 momentum.
And the ship helps because you're in diplomatic suites. Computers plus command.
I'm not going to reroll. I've already passed it, but I'm not going to reroll that. So was that computers to command?
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 momentum.
The ship's making up for its earlier failures.
No, this is just penned.
I've been doing this for a year with these type of rolls.
Well, it seems that you didn't mean to attack my men. Or not, and I have learned from my ship that you were as unaware of your contraband as I thought you were. Although I'm led to believe that you have since come into possession of it.
I have been informed there was an incident. I've not had time to investigate it fully due to, obviously, meeting with yourself. I have my security chief looking into it along with my science officer. Once they have a report, I'll quite happily deal with this situation with you in as openly as possible. I'm not a big fan of that whole cloak and daggers speaking around what we need to say.
Well, neither do I. Which is why I do not take any pleasure in telling you that I have been instructed to pass along a message from High Command. The High Council, rather. It would appear that your captain has been detained outside of my purview. He wandered off from the central areas where my authority and good safe passage applied, and some enterprising Klingon decided to take him. And he's now currently on his way to Kronos facing charges.
The captain?
So,
Oh no.
apparently all charges will be dropped if I take that package into custody on my ship and I bring it back. And she kind of drinks blood wine, puts it down, and looks she's angry all over again.
I'm gonna pick.
Although it doesn't seem to be directed at you at the moment.
I'm gonna pick up 2 glasses and pour the penned brew, quote unquote, because we've not actually given it a name.
You're not supposed to kill her.
She's a Klingon.
I'll offer her.
She'll be fine.
Her a drink and sit next to her. And, I can tell you, Ranga, this is a lot stronger than blood wine. It'll probably help calm you down a little bit.
She chugs it back.
Same.
Dry.
If you like it, I'll get you a bottle.
Oh, please.
So, like I said, I've got two of my senior staff looking into it. As soon as they've looked into it, they'll inform me, and we can discuss from there. As for my, let's be honest, my dumbass captain for walking outside the selected zones, I don't actually understand fully why the High Council really want him. the Bemoth incident wasn't his fault.
Someone in the High Council wants it to be so. And there's a large faction that seems to think that Starfleet is the beginning and end of all the Empire's woes. Never mind the war, never mind the Breen or the Romulans or the Shackleton.
But what do you think? Your family has connections to other families throughout the council. You're highly connected in the lower house. But what do you think?
I think someone's trying to angle their way into the seat and trying to use this as a way to get themselves up. The problem is I don't have evidence to say such a thing in public. So I was intending to work with you to get enough evidence. Since I can't operate, since the amount of evidence I'm getting within the Empire is running out. An outside observer would help. Plus, I think it has something to do with those Cowcat crystals. Apparently, the House of Makar is very much behind weaponizing the creatures. Although that isn't public knowledge, I know it to be true.
GM, have I heard that name before?
They're an old family that basically have been the rulers of the MCAR system since way back in the 22nd century.
Okay. So,
although they never made the emperor's seat, they're just always been on the council at one point or another.
So this is looking like a ploy to get the emperor's seat.
Yeah.
How? I can.
Chancellor.
Yeah, Chancellor. It's saying
Chancellor.
shit at this stage.
Well, there is technically an emperor.
Yeah, Kalis
He's
is
just
still
a
alive.
figurehead.
So, with that name, I can certainly ask some of my contacts to look into it. I have no qualms with that. How would you like to get onto the High Council?
I have no interest in putting a target on. I intend to continue aiding the Empire, which is why I need you to escort me to Gamma Eridon, where I'll be able to put your ship in contact with people that will have answers that they might not tell a noble lady of the higher houses, but they might divulge it to an enterprising Starfleet officer with things to offer.
Sounds like a fun little adventure we have planned. The reason why I was asking if you would like a seat on the High Council is because, one, you do have relations already there, and two, you seem like the person who could make something happen for the Klingons. You take down someone who's clearly making plays behind the scene, causing trouble where he shouldn't be causing trouble, and I very much see that as a huge endorsement of your house's enterprising defense of the Klingon people.
She grins, shakes her head, drinks more of the rather strong drink. Have you ever heard of the warrior who fought without his diktat?
I haven't. Please enlighten me.
Long ago, Kalis had one of his trusted lieutenants who believed wholly in the Batleth, lived it, mastered it, didn't use energy weapons, thought projectiles were for weaklings. He thought anything smaller than the Batleth was beneath a warrior. Not for Kalis, he's allowed to do what he wants, of course. So he never brought his dagger along. One day, his Batleth was in a battle. The Batleth was snapped in two. He tried to fight on, and eventually he lost them. And he found himself surrounded by his enemy. And the one thing he would have given anything for was a dagger. He was brutally killed on that battlefield by men with sticks. Sometimes the Empire needs a bat leg. And sometimes just needs a dagger. She drinks.
And sometimes it needs someone quite capable, such as yourself, to truly wield the dagger.
You can try to push her to change her mind on a presence command or con. She's going to oppose because she's quite happy with her current position, but you might be able to talk her into it.
I'll give you one threat.
Sure.
You're definitely going to want to spend that.
Yeah, I'm spending it.
I'm going to spend 5 momentum.
What the fuck?
So I also get a reroll due to the one threat I gave you.
She has a focus at least.
Focus. I don't want to be fucking leader.
Ooh.
Damn.
You gain 1 momentum. You just beat her.
That's why I rolled 5 dice.
Barely.
Well, someone else can be the dagger, I guess.
And I understand the apprehension. I have been in the situations where the wolves have come. And it's not fun. But it takes people who are strong of heart, strong of mind, and strong of will to truly lead them.
What of your captain?
He is a man of strong of principles. He truly believes in what the Federation stands for, and truly believes in helping people.
Not quite what I meant. Since you're not giving me or turning over the crate over to the other ship, how are you going to save your captain? I may be able to get him off once I get into the council and argue the case, but once he's there, his fate is he might be on route to the penal colony.
Well, first of all, I want to see what's inside the crate before anything. But if push comes to shove, and again, as I stated at the beginning of this conversation, I am not one to beat around the bush. I will end up being the wolf who comes. And that's out character. That's not a threat. That's what Pend will do.
I have been told that if you do open the crate, despite my offer, that the offer will be rescinded.
What's in the crate?
I don't know, but someone on the High Council really doesn't want either of us to know. Enough to hold someone hostage, and she sneers at the idea.
I am going to tap my comm badge. Lieutenant Varda, Lieutenant Myth.
Myth here.
Do not open the crate that we confiscated from Iran. Transport it over to the Klingon vessel.
Understood, Commander.
Just as Varda was getting like a crowbar to pry the thing.
Now, I am right there, and I have a tricorder embedded in my arm. I'm assuming this thing is shielded.
Probably.
I just had a phone call. I need to put on my boots and pick up a can of gas and run a block because someone didn't fill up their car.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay.
Have a fun run.
Sorry, if I assumed the pen thing was still going, but yeah.
Have
know,
fun
Hopefully
with
shouldn't
cool
be that long
gas.
because I'm meeting someone halfway,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
and they are only actually a block away.
Oh, okay. So not like super far.
okay.
Oh god. But no worries.
Don't
Good
forget the
Dahlia.
funnel.
It was Dom's car. Dami was in the car.
Ah,
Okay. So yeah, I scanned the box.
Of course you do. Difficulty 3, complication. Because the captain told you to leave that thing alone.
He
2.
told me not to open it.
Yeah.
Scanning and opening are two very different things.
That's why it's only 2 instead of 3.
Okay. What's the roll?
Be reason plus science.
All right.
Much to my annoyance, because I can't make it not scan, and scans are reason.
I mean, do you have
It's
cause for
fitness.
science?
No.
Yep. So I'm spending 1. Universal field theory here. Either that or Xenotech.
Xenotech, yeah.
Okay. And re-rolling that one. God damn. I can't roll today.
you could.
That's technically 2 successes anyway, because it's a reason roll.
Yes, it is still 2 successes.
GM, do you
But
want
there's
the
a
threat?
complication.
I succeed, but there's a complication.
Didn't I say difficulty was 3? No?
No, you said 2.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Too.
Instead of 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Also, my science officer stuff with tricorders. So.
you scan it. And you notice from your scans that there, in relation to your scan, there is a increase in, or spike, if you will, of energy from within the box. And the scan looks very familiar. You've scanned long ago.
Hmm?
And I'm going to type it out to you in the next 30 seconds. Not real time, but like in game.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a lot of time for an android, to be fair.
Yes.
So what did I miss?
I decided to scan the box, not open it.
I don't even know what happened before then. Last I knew, Penn was still talking to the lady.
Lady said, you have to give the box to us because Captain is being held hostage. But you can't open the box. Neither of us are allowed to know what's inside the box. Then Penn said, you 2 lieutenants, don't open the box.
Oh, and then Myth is like, I'm scanning it, and Farter's really just like, yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Lieutenant Myth to sickbay. Emergency transport. On my comm badge, into the Cowcat reaction chamber. I think that works, right?
Theoretically, someone's gonna need to transport that. Do you have your crew support got reset because you've seen? So who's beaming this thing?
Who's beaming this thing?
Vassal?
That's a control security role, I believe. I mean, not control security, control engineering.
Yep,
Maybe
difficulty
Vassal?
4 because it's from a non-pad to a non. It's a site to site.
So that would be.
And presumably someone in you're choosing someone who would be in the transporter room, so the difficulty doesn't go up again.
Right.
It's 5 for
Um,
anyone else who tries to transport it elsewhere on the ship.
Right, so then it would have to be Vada. She's actually the only engineering NPC we have.
Yeah, I was just thinking, oh, I need to make an engineer.
Yeah.
We
The
could
doctor could roll it.
we could give it the focus of transporters.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
already used the I'm a doctor feat today. I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course it's assisted by ship's sensors plus engineering.
So difficulty goes down by 1.
So down to 3 now.
D3. Alright, so Vada has transporters now.
She doesn't have bold or cautious, so
Yeah.
maybe just
Unfortunate.
give her the momentum for a third dice anyway.
Yeah, I think we do that.
Do you want to roll
And then,
Vata and I'll roll the Kismet?
sure. I was just going to say, do we have anybody assisting on this?
No, just the ship.
Okay. I have bad luck today. Why am I rolling? This makes no sense.
Because
See,
we're
if you
using
could shoot a Ron, he could have helped.
the ship sensors, the difficulty goes down by 1 as well.
Yeah, that's why it's 3
yeah,
instead
that's
of
Oh,
why
4.
it's
okay.
3 now.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. All right. Rolling. Okay.
Gain of momentum.
Well, we actually get something from that. Wow.
Dr. Efrix, you hear a beaming noise in the containment field room for Cowcat.
Yes, and obviously I am also messaging to Dr. Efrix in that same 5-second period.
As there's now a crate inside the field, and your
Lieutenant,
doctors
that's
are very
Dr. F-
confused.
Lieutenant Myth to Dr. Efrix.
Efric's here.
The recent beam into your med bay includes red black cowcat crystals in a state of fusion overload.
Right. We'll begin working on it.
You have very little time. I'm on my way.
Right. I want to immediately start the resonance field.
Yeah, that's all out of my expertise. Except for the explosion, and that's a bit too late.
Yeah,
And
let's
I'm under
beam it
sedation.
into the room full of people. We maybe need to set up a different place for these to go.
Yeah.
Or just evacuate that area. But that's assuming you fail. So please don't.
Okay. Control medicine.
I mean, I'm sedated. Otherwise, I would have helped you.
You are not sedated. You were just held in my office.
Well,
Right, because she objected to
Actually,
sedating
fuck,
you.
I've got to do paperwork.
well. Well.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
What? We just took something out of evidence. He has to do paperwork for that.
Yeah.
Doc, do you
I'm
want
gonna
momentum?
Yeah, I'm gonna spin for cautious.
All right.
The real ship-threatening situation. Fuck paperwork.
I don't think I have anything. I need to change a focus to
My crystals.
a cockpit study or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Geology.
Well, I feel like xenobiology might work. For Kyoka.
They are sentient
maybe?
life.
I'd give it to you a complication. I'm looking for
Nah.
involving the resonance field machine.
Yeah, I know. That's
Mm.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's why the difficulty is only 2, because I'm assuming you have that device built into your med bay by now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sitting here. You could.
That's what I did last time. Uh, when I wasn't here, I was integrating the system fully.
Hmm.
Okay, pray, guys.
Cross your fingers. Cross
So
Well,
you
Chip.
passed.
I passed.
Ship. Ah, Ship, you disappoint me. You were so close, Ship. Two
Oh,
more,
the
you
ship
would've had it.
was. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Well,
Oh.
I did it, and there's no complications, so that's the important thing.
And
No one's shoulder exploded. It's fine.
you see a sweep of a purplish energy field sweeping through back and forth across the crate inside the field, and nothing happens. It just kind of sits there because it's a crate.
Yeah. Can I scan the life forms inside?
Reason medicine difficulty of 2. Assisted by Ship sensors medicine. This I don't have anything for, and I can't spend any because we didn't get any momentum back. Chip does help.
So yeah, the sensors would have brought the difficulty down.
Yeah, so you actually gain a momentum.
Woo!
From the scans, there seems to be an amount of the crystal is broken up in into a bunch of smaller pieces, held within a magnetic field within the fusion reactor. Whatever crystal this was is not alive anymore. It's been broke. It's been segmented too small. But in the amount of small slivers that are being hit, because the small slivers, if they were kind of joined up in a certain way, they might become living. But because there's
Yeah.
imagine like a million needles all being very carefully kept apart from each other.
Yeah.
And the resonance field has turned them into blue, so they're just kind of sitting there, which oddly is actually making the reactor inside. Well, it seemed to stabilize the reactor, whatever it was doing. It doesn't look like there's an increase of heat or energy from the whatever's inside that box. But yeah, there's nothing living in there anymore, and probably hasn't been for a while.
I wondered. I was afraid of that, but when it didn't explode when he rammed somebody with it, I thought maybe it wasn't.
That's why I was overloading.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Wouldn't
I was
be
like-
if Pen didn't do those things.
Yes, if your captain didn't do his job.
Well, he didn't. He's captured.
Yes.
You're not the captain, you're the commander. Fuck off.
The captain's not here. I'm the captain now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right.
But yes, yeah, you have a crate with the remains of a cow cat.
All right, so I think, 40 seconds
I'm
later.
trying to decide
so...
if I should wait and go like, what the hell is going on, or report this.
40 seconds or later, Myth arrives in sickbay.
Aron waves.
Who doesn't he sedated?
Through
No.
the window of my office.
Somebody said I wasn't, so
You're
Yeah,
not
he's not.
unconscious, you're restrained.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Imagine
you're
like the
in my
office in
office.
Voyager for the doctor. Like it's an
Yeah.
office that you can kind of pull blinds, but there's no reason to pull them yet. So he's just in there now.
Yeah.
Right. So I walk up
It's
to the
just to
doctor.
keep you from talking to other Klingons. That's what Pend wanted.
I walk to the doctor. Is the situation resolved, doctor?
What is that? Yes, they're blue, back to blue. It wasn't. It was dead, and probably has been for a while.
That is very unfortunate. I believe the commander would not want you to speak too much about this yet. I'm going to go and personally report the events that have transpired to him.
Tell her not to open the box.
Yeah, that too. Right. Thanks. Doctor, do not open the container. That is of
It is-
utmost importance.
It is still a reactor. I wasn't planning on it, not without an engineer. And currently, ours is under arrest. And she kind of looks into her office.
Hi.
Apparently, opening the box could be something of a diplomatic faux pas, if I'm using that term correctly.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't send an exploding box over then, I suppose.
Agreed, Doctor. I must be on my way. And Myth leaves.
Yeah, it's just kind of picturing. I must be on my way, and she just like about faces and walks out the door.
Yep, exactly.
Myth. Well, actually, where's Penn during all this? Gave the presumed it would be followed because that's what happens when you give orders.
It's a good thing that I didn't follow the spirit of the order.
Followed the letter, not the spirit.
Well, yeah, he did your job correctly. He didn't allow a bomb to go off in either one of the two ships. I think I would have still been having a discussion with Bakara, trying to improve our position with her and negotiations to get Grennan back.
So Myth, you come up to the diplomatic suites as after asking the computer briefly where the commander is. He's in diplomatic suite A.
You hear the little ding at the door.
Enter.
An android enters the room.
Lieutenant Myth.
Commander, may I speak with you?
Certainly. What's it about?
The the container that was not on our manifest, Commander.
Yes, the one I ordered to be transported across.
There was reason to disobey that order, Commander.
And that reason would be?
Your orders stated not to open the box.
Correct.
However, they did not preclude me from scanning the box.
The noble lady puts her face.
When I attempted to scan the box, I found that it contained a reactor in a state of incredible agitation, containing segments of black-red cowcat crystal. I had the container transported to the doctor, where she was able to halt the process. By my estimation, the reactor would have reached critical mass within a minute. If we had transported the container to the Klingon vessel, it would have detonated on board.
That makes no sense. Why would they want to bomb their own ship?
No, they wouldn't want to bomb their own ship. They would want the Federation to teleport a bomb onto a Klingon ship, killing a young up-and-coming Klingon ambassador.
Oh, it wouldn't have killed me. It would have killed my brother, though. She stabs a fork into the table, and yeah, it's embedded in there now.
Another brother?
Well, her brother would have gone back to the ship.
Oh, we didn't just leave him in the sick bay still?
He is, but she's going to send all her people back because she's going with you on the ship.
Additionally, Ambassador, according to my
For a minute, though,
calculations,
so.
Additionally, Ambassador, according to my calculations, if Captain Grennan had been on board the Kismet at this time, you would have been on board your ship as well.
Well, that still leaves the fact that we need to determine what you want to do with your captain. I mean, unless they were planning to betray you this whole time. And they had no
That's
intention of giving them back.
I
Has something
assumed
transpired with Captain Grennan?
he's currently being escorted to Kronos to face trial.
For what purpose?
The destruction of Bamoth.
Interesting.
Bakara, how would you feel for a joint trip to Kronos? They wish to send the wolves in the form of a bomb. We can return the favour in the shape of words and actions.
They would probably perceive the Kismet entering Kronos space as an attempt to free your captain. We would need to be on board a Klingon ship if we were to enter Kronos space. We'd either use the ship that's here or meet up with my ship in Gamma Eridon and get you in that way. But the Kismet entering Kronos space, they'll end up being fired upon if my estimations are right.
This would fit with standard Klingon behavior, Commander.
Lieutenant, how long would it take to create a containment field on the Klingon vessel?
A containment field of what specifications?
For the Kolkats?
9.3 hours, Commander.
Bakara, how would you like to enjoy some more of this highly potent alcohol with me for 10 more hours?
They didn't put a time limit, and until we leave the system, I don't think anything wrong. Just gives them more time to get him further.
True,
But it's only a few hours.
but if we have the evidence in containment, because if we've put that on your ship as it is, I very much doubt it will last the trip.
Also, idea
Go on.
that Pend is smart enough to probably realize she said her here, right? She's got a ship here in the system.
Yep.
So would have messaged to them to do the modifications, and we stop flying there.
But her
That-
deal required this ship to take possession of the crystals.
Oh, okay, then
Well,
we can still head that way.
yeah, we can put the crystals on this ship, meet up with her ship in the Gamma Edrian, and both ships can head to Kronos.
Yeah, we can just put our whoever we need to put on that ship to go and leave the Kismet here. Should be safe over a Klingon holy planet, right?
She can get the Kismet as close as Gamma Eridon. She has control there. She has friends there that give Kismet safe passage. It's just that extra bit between Eridon and Kronos that she thinks you're going to get shot at if you try to get any closer.
Right, because approaching a Klingon capital without permission only works if you are a Starship Enterprise.
We don't strictly need to wait stock still here for 10 hours.
Right,
the
we could
idea.
be on the move, though, with
Yeah.
two ships together.
So, both the Kismet and your vessel will head to Gamma Edrian, and we will prepare the upgrade on the way. Then you can decide how many people would be acceptable to come to Kronos.
All right. I'll need time to figure out what we're going to do about this.
And I need time to figure out as much as I can about our fun little opposition to deal with.
She finishes off her cup, puts it down, blinks. Yeah, I needed that. She gets up and walks away to work on her pads.
As soon as she leaves the room, I'm going to pick up a chair and throw it across the room.
I think Ben needs to go to anger management.
We all need to.
Myth is fine. She doesn't even have emotions yet.
I mean, Varder can shoot you in the head, and Efrix can take a look, and who knows, we might fix that too.
Anger management classes. I'm just gonna say that I'm coming back as a counselor in that case.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I also have to visit our engineer who's being restrained.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I've got to dip in like 5 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, this will be the last scene.
Do we want to do just like the basic reputation stuff then, just so, at least for Varder?
For Varder, yeah.
He
For
gains nothing.
Varder. Oof.
You.
You guys roleplay that out. I'll reputation.
So head down to medbay. Doctor, where
Losing
is
momentum.
Yeah, where is the idiot being kept?
Lieutenant Around is in my office. This way.
I think I prefer my description, but sure.
I'm not saying you're wrong, sir.
He tried to. He attacked 3 security officers with a crate that had a reactor in it. While we were having
Wait,
discussions.
he used that?
Yes, he rammed
He
that.
is an idiot. You're correct.
And people ask me why I get stressed.
I have so many pent up emotions that I'm gonna cry out right now.
Oh.
I'm so angry.
Okay,
Oh.
Lieutenant, or shall I say idiot, for crashing a reactor into people.
Well,
what the
they
hell
wouldn't
are
have
you
been
doing?
there without you. Sorry, Commander.
You understand I'm the commander of this ship. I am
You
supposed
understand that
to
I
make
want
sure.
to be a commander. Without this chance, I would not have the chance to be it. I was blackmailed. That's all you need to know.
Well, fucking
I didn't do-
boo-hoo!
Shut the fuck up, Pend, and listen to me. I asked a simple question. I wanted to know why I am not advancing, why I'm not becoming, why I can't become a captain or a commander or even a con officer. And I wanted to rectify it. I was contacted with someone that could fix that. They said, do this, and we'll talk about it. Or jeopardize both your parents and everyone you know's careers and your own. It's a Hobson's choice.
So, do you think you're the first person to be blackmailed by someone in
That's why I
intelligence?
wanted to talk to you. You're the only one that will understand this on this ship.
Yeah, because I've been with the Federation for most of my life. I know exactly what's happened. Doesn't mean I wasn't going to stop you.
Well, Pend, I don't know what to say.
I can't really show you sympathy.
Well, I can't really show you anything.
Who was it who contacted you?
A Vulcan ambassador.
Does this Vulcan ambassador have a name?
I don't know. Are you gonna let me loose?
No, but I can make inquiries because I've not always been a commander or served in Starfleet.
I know that. Give me a second.
Yeah,
To
the
remind
doctor,
myself.
the doctor's there listening to Penn say he's not always been a part of Starfleet.
I mean, the Doctor hasn't always been part of Starfleet.
Well, He said he's been a part of Starfleet most of his life, but he's not always been a part of Starfleet.
Yeah. That's true for most people.
Yeah, sure.
Ambassador to Koth.
Listen, the Doctor is 105 years old, Pent.
So, Ambassador Takaf. Right. I'll look up what I can about him. For now, you are to remain in isolation, or at the very least lock up. You rammed
I'm
a
gonna-
live reactor into people, which nearly went off.
You put people in my way. I needed to do this.
No, you had the choice.
Yeah, a Hobson's choice, as I said.
But still a choice.
No, it's not a choice. That's why it's called a Hobson.
No, you
You have only
quite
one
literally had
choice.
two options. You could either be selfish or do what you did. You had the choice. Doesn't matter how you tried to rationalize it. You made your decision.
I did not have a choice. You are, for being an ambitious and, I don't know. You were a lieutenant a few weeks ago in my book. A lieutenant commander, sure. Or just a lieutenant. You've advanced 2 ranks during my time here, which is not long.
And your
You
point?
must be doing some shady shit as well.
Well, yes, I've also been doing this a lot longer than you have.
Well, just lock me the fuck up, man. Or set me loose. It's your choice.
Very well. Doctor, once his jaw's fixed, is to go in confinement.
Hi, sir.
You've made your choice,
Just
now you
leave.
have to live with it.
Well, I hope justice is served. Does he leave?
Yep, Ben's left.
Does Penn tell the Doctor that they're planning on moving the reactor out of her med bay?
He would have told her not in front of Iran.
Yeah.
Is the security guard still there?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Thing is, I want to talk to Efrix alone.
Not gonna happen.
Well, Pen, you can go fuck yourself.
Well, you could
I'm
ask
sorry.
Efrix.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pen. I have a lot of emotions about this character, this failed operations, and I'm sorry that I've been swearing at you.
Hey, I'm not gonna.
Either way.
I don't take any offense to it. Just play it how you want to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's RP, man.
Whew.
I'm taking it personally. Jeez.
Well,
It's
fuck you,
foul
GM.
language. It's not like I had anything to do with this.
I'm gonna-
You could tell the Doctor that you wish to be unsupervised for your treatment.
I don't think security would abide by that in any way, shape, or form.
Except for the fact the doctor outranks them in medical procedures.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she could have them step like out of audio range, but they're still like in sick bay.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
could send them outside the door.
Doctor, I'd like to.
Not
Are
saying
they
that
really?
she-
Are they really necessary? I know my fate. I won't be going anywhere. They I have a lot of problems with security officers from before as well. They're making me nervous. Do you mind?
She raises an eyebrow, but I don't know. Are you gonna attack me? I'll have you know that I took a full-grown uh, Klingon today, so I'm up for it. But
Well, I couldn't land a hit if I wanted to. It was the cart's fault that it ran into Tachibana.
she kind of narrows her eyes at him. All right, you two, wait outside.
Doctor,
It's an order.
you're gonna give me a presence plus command difficulty 1. They
Okay.
know you can order them out. They're trying to see if they should check with the captain first, though.
It's not a horrible roll. It's a 13.
Yeah.
Just give threat;
Um,
it'll be fine.
um, I mean, I guess
Pick out the song "I Quit."
I could do that, I guess, but
No.
do. Ooh, doctor's orders.
Oh, damn it.
Would you attempt a task to coordinate with others or to coerce someone into taking or refraining from a specific course of action?
Mm-hmm.
You can use your medicine instead of command.
That applies, y'all.
I still don't think I have any focus, but it does make it a little bit better.
Mm. Aren't you joined?
I'm not a trill. We've had this conversation.
I keep doing that. I keep thinking you're a troll.
She's Denobulan.
She's
Yep.
a joint
I-
Denobulan.
A
Well,
joined no.
that would be weird.
I did not approve this. Hold on.
it's just two denobulans.
Yeah, joint at the hip, if you know what I mean.
Just a
I only have one
Siamese
thread.
twin.
Secretly the whole time.
It's just, I think the word is co-joined, but yeah.
So yeah, it sounds like a presence medicine roll.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh god.
You get them to step out of the room. They don't feel like arguing with the chief medical officer in her own office.
In her office, yeah, that's fair.
Thanks.
Strangle.
I'm not gonna strangle her. I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay, fine.
It's a better course of action. So, yeah. This was a dumb idea. But I had to. I'm not gonna do anything, but I just wanted you to know that I didn't do this willingly.
Yeah, they had you in a bind.
Yeah. Worse than that, they had my family in a bind.
I'm a little confused why you didn't go to Penn to begin with.
He's
You don't
intelligent.
know, he's a little sketchy.
I asked him to put out the word. And I asked Vex to put out the word as well, but I'm not sure. All I know is I really need to do this. Could you help me?
Did Penn tell her that they need the crate to get the captain? That's what I was trying to get at before.
At my current reading of the situation, you were that it was going to be bay to the Klingon ship. That the standing order right now is it's going to be transported over once you verified it's safe to be moved.
But I
Actually, heck
wasn't
no,
told.
you guys have to hang on to it for like 9-10 hours for them to
Yeah.
have a field.
Yeah.
Did
As of right now, that's all you've been told so far. And had a chance one-on-one with Pend.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get at when I asked Pind about that earlier. He was like, "Oh no, I just tell her that we was leaving." I was like, "Shit."
And I'm not sure if I know anything about where this crate is going except for Gameridan.
Yeah, that's all you know. You just know it was supposed to be on the Kismet and on its way there. Beyond that, your character's been carefully kept out of the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't pull the Starfleet will have it or something, rather than the Klingons. All right, sorry.
How are you? How would you keep it contained?
The crate. I suppose I could. I'm not sure if I could fit the entire array, but it's worth a shot. I could take it with me in the Type 8. It's big enough.
You really think that they lifted security? Especially now that they know it's actually Cockett?
Well, the thing is,
How do you think you'd get out of here?
I had a plan for that.
Even if I let you go.
I have a plan for that. Doctor, you have to trust me. I've been doing this for what year is it now? I've been doing this for close to 17 years or so.
What did they tell you would happen if you failed?
My family and my friends, everyone that has been involved with me on an incident level, might lose their jobs.
Not to metagame, but I was under the impression that if he failed, just nothing would change.
No,
they wouldn't go after anyone. That was if you chose not to accept it at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, one could infer that from failure or refusing to do it, they would probably retaliate against his family. Because him failing might be construed as him having tipped off security. It wouldn't be the first time Starfleet people have done such a thing. To answer the meta question there, it's like, now whether they'd actually do that is unknown, but one can infer that from their veiled threat. Not so veiled.
I mean, that was just for clarification from a meta point.
Sure.
My grandfather used to be a captain. My mother is a commander. My father is a chief medical officer on a ship. They've been through a lot with my fascination with shuttles and ships through the ages. I don't want to do this to them.
This is a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to knock me out. Otherwise, I'm going to be implicated. You realize that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Or I could bring you along to the shell bay.
As what, a hostage?
Oh, for a bit. I wouldn't have to do anything. Or I could, I suppose, choke you out here and now, but I I value you too much, I think, to try something like that.
Mm.
You're a close friend in my book.
I am going to draw the blinds.
Okay.
Poke my head out. No worries, just doing some neck work on him because he's got a bit of whiplash.
Hi, doctor.
Um, oh gosh. I'm gonna close the door. So the other issue is ostensibly all of this is being recorded.
Well, yeah. But at my court martial, there will be one. I hope that they will see what my
Not
choices
to
were and forgive
seem
me.
insensitive to
No.
your own plight. But I also have a family, and I'm a bit worried about my own court
I get
martial.
that. I know that the Nobulans have very large families. I would hate to see anything happen to anyone's family. I joined Starfleet for adventure. Not this kind of adventure, but exploration.
Most people do.
Yeah. This is too intriguing for me.
Funnily enough, I joined Starfleet for protection.
Yeah. I think you're doing great.
Mine,
For your protection.
actually. But
Well,
GM,
Yeah.
with a medical override, can I erase the last 5 minutes of recording?
You could, because you have
Sorry, you cut off.
you could. You have domain over this section of the ship by being the CMO.
This is really dumb. Okay. Computer. As she begins to undo your restraints.
Hmm.
And
Thank you.
hands you a hypo.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was going to use to knock you out. Should be the right dose for me. Computer.
Acknowledged.
Erase the last 5 minutes of audio and visual footage from this office, please. With my authorization.
Security code.
Do I just make one up?
Yeah.
You could just make one up here.
Okay. Random things. Let's see. Let's do Delta Echo 5391.
Authorization recognized.
Good night,
racing
Doctor.
the last few minutes.
And thank you.
And that is the end of the episode.